Welcome back, everyone, to the Nerdy Playbook. We're in episode 15 of Echoes Bahamut. Nothing to really go over today. If you want to check out some streams, we do everything uploaded on YouTube, half the stuff uploaded on Spotify. We got all the socials and many video games coming up to stream. Nothing else, so we're just going to go right into the intro. All right.
Yeah.
So, with the apocalypse happening on Kilaed, you all started trying to make your way out as fast as possible, not even given enough time to process on what is going on. With the summoning of 7 different versions of devils that are plaguing the lands anywhere due to giant size or just having abilities that are messing with the civilians, the whole place is just on fire. Nothing is spared. The Wandering Greens is not spared. Any of the towns are not spared. There is no mercy given. You decide to eventually meet up with the Maiden Order and help the Madam out, try to stop the attack happening on their most sacred soil. As you come up to a person who's been basically telling you what to do this whole time, comes in as a giant and starts attacking without any hope left. She says you lose the last bit of her power to teleport you to a place you don't know what's happening. She just decides to spare you, telling you that she's seen something in you, something in the future that you play a bigger role in, and you dying here is a problem. Even if she has to sacrifice her life to do it, you have a bigger role to play. But the last thing you saw is her literally being squished by the palm of him. Giving yourself about a minute worth of transportation time, you try to understand what just happened until you get a female's voice speaking to you telepathically, letting you know she knows you're coming, she knows why you're here, she knows what happened. Once you land, her emissary will come up, retrieve you, and bring it to her. Not telling you who she is, what she wants, or how she knows these things. As you get teleported to a large prairie outside of a fort, roughly a fort that could probably fit about 10,000 strong. You are retrieved by a young elven gentleman, immediately pulled into the fort, as you see soldiers, different civilians, noticing that you're just making a straight beeline path. They don't know who you are. They're just kind of curious how you're getting invited into the main tent. You immediately get blocked by 2 guardians, as they immediately say, as immediately they're told that you are expected, as they move aside, still kind of at a guardian stance, as you see a fire genasi looking the age of high 30s. Freckled complexion, burnt skin, wearing fighter armor of golds, rubies, and teals. Holding a large staff, crown, and constantly has her left hand on the hilt of her sword. And that's where we left off. So, inside this tent is quite vast. The tent itself is bigger than most people's homes. Probably about 80 feet in width, probably about 40 feet deep, and it gives you about 40 feet in height. It's large. On the left side, it's kind of a war room. Large circular table. You can see what looks like almost like a chess piece design on it, placing certain spots as if planning a battle, or at least the battle was just finished and they are just moving things around. You see a couple clerics, they're kind of planning something. On the right, partially opened. It looks like it normally would be closed, but the drapes are partially open. You can see a large king-sized bed. Really nice dresser. A place of luxury. As the female introduces herself, I'm sure you all had quite a trying day. I'm sure you're still trying to process what is going on. But let me see if I can help in any way. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Seraphina. I am the leader of this encampment. To my side, these are my guardians. This is Tor. This is Val. Do not take any offense by them hold on to their blades. I've had many assassination attempts, and as much as I'd like to trust you, this is our first meeting, so please understand. She kind of starts walking backwards. Has a kind of a throne-style chair, but mostly just kind of wood and metal, with cushion at the base, cushion at the back, and she sits down, crosses her legs. Please get our guests some seats. As Tor walks back and grabs 5 chairs for all of you. A similar make and style of as her throne, but without armrests, without such a high back to it. More of a, like if you were at a desk, this is the same style as the person who has the office chair, but less costly.
I'm guessing Fee would probably take me off their shoulders because I'm still sobbing. I'm sobbing. I'm just like a pile of snow sobbing. Like sob everywhere.
I would have set you on the ground next to me and just kept my hand on your shoulder. And just kind of pet you every so often.
What is this place? Are we dead?
No.
Is this the afterlife?
Helga reaches over and pinches Renora. Can you feel that? I don't think we're dead. Like
I'm guessing you haven't left Kilaed, or at least not much.
Not much.
We're in the Heartwind Kingdom, east of the realm. The matron teleported you here. I'm assuming it was her last ditch effort. I wasn't necessarily expecting this, but when I could sense her power, I knew what was coming. Her and I have conversed before. I wouldn't say that we're very familiar with each other, but we both have the same beliefs and we both see the same path for this realm.
Okay.
She mentioned to me of you. I mean, not too much, but she is a cleric after all, and many high order clerics do see visions and prefer to see the best of everyone. But as much as I like to trust her in this, I need to see it for myself. Why you were here, she believes that you are worth more than her life. I'd like to believe that to be true.
Cool. I'm Renora. Nice to meet you, Seraphina.
Pleasure. Pleasure.
Said Val and Tor?
Valentor.
Right?
They just
Alright.
kind of like nod their heads. They don't really speak, whether they just choose to or maybe it's not proper in front of Seraphina. They don't speak. They just
Well,
kind of
Midwest hello.
Yup.
Yeah.
Give him the what's up nod.
Yeah.
So,
So
Yup.
I see you.
DM question.
Yes.
In the order, would I have good feelings or bad feelings about Seraphina? Or like, how much would I know of her?
You can give me a history check with advantage because a lot of Seraphina's knowledge would have been brought up to most soldiers.
21?
Okay. Your opinions are your own. You can decide how you want to interpret this. Most average soldiers are taught that Seraphina is not a good thing as far as the betterness of the realm.
I
Because
like
of-
her.
Okay.
It goes against the
You just you were constantly taught that as the betterment for peace, they would teach you that Seraphina brings war.
Okay.
There is pretty much a truth into what they taught as far as she was the savior along with her team that stopped the plague. But it was her choice to eliminate the old gods. If they stayed around, we wouldn't have got the new gods, which is what the Aberrant Order hates, are the new gods.
Well, they just hate gods in general.
It's true. The Aberrant Order believes in only one god, a singular only. And as far as Kokopiel's teachings, Seraphina is a sin against all gods, especially due to what Kokopiel believes is a corruption to her sister.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Now,
is it?
people are
Sorry.
split in the Aberrant Order. That's just what they teach. Doesn't mean that you necessarily have to follow it. It's just really Aberrant Order just says you got to pray to Kokopiel. That's it.
Mhm.
If you want to take this and you want to follow it through, sure. But they don't require you to actually believe what they believe as far as the opinion of Seraphina.
Mhm.
Renora, what were you going to say?
I was just wondering, like, now that we know that we're in Heartwind Kingdom, for the people that have been in this world for a while, is it surprising that there's like so much, like, is there an ongoing, like,
War?
yeah, over here, or is it like,
So the war is still going on. This 100-year
Okay.
plus war is still happening. The Trinity War
okay,
still exists.
so like this isn't out of the ordinary, or
No, this
anything,
isn't
just
out the
like,
ordinary.
okay.
So there's a three-wage war. There's the Aberrant Kingdom versus the Nelithir Kingdom, the Kingdom of the Elves,
Mhm.
versus basically Seraphina's army. Originally, what it was before Seraphina was brought back was it was the remnants of the humans and other Heartwind soldiers after their kingdom was stolen from them. Currently,
Got it.
the Heartwind Kingdom is occupied by Aberrant soldiers, with no bloodline remaining, and Seraphina technically the last blood relative of the king and the queen. No one can technically take the throne, so they took it by power.
Okay.
So,
Let's be real. They took it the day she left the kingdom.
Correct. So
You're like,
you
she's
didn't
gone.
play.
Now's our time to shine.
Yeah, you didn't play campaign 1, so pretty early in campaign 1, after they started the journey,
Okay.
the king and the queen were assassinated. it was blamed on the elves, but it was later found out that it was actually done by the Aberrant. It was done by people who eventually became the Aberrant Order, and they're currently occupying the kingdom.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
And now you know.
The more you
Dun,
know.
dun.
So we have Renora. She kind of like looks around. I'm sorry, I don't know your names.
Oh, yeah. This is Mama Fee, and this is my bestie.
Fierna.
And there is the blue guy, and
Blue guy.
Little boy Boo.
Mixus.
Oh, I'm not.
Blue guy. I'm sure Blue guy. You have a more specific title, but
Oh, yes. I am Xander the Magnificent.
Oh,
This is
all
why
the
we
world
refer to
knows
him
my
as the
name.
blue guy.
yeah, this is why we call him Little Boy Blue.
Shout from the rooftop. Xander.
well, it is, whether or not this feels comfortable to you, it is a pleasure to meet all five of you.
I
Again.
would say that like Helga probably didn't sit in the chair because she's probably still actively bleeding from her fight with Fee earlier when she got taken over, and she's like, I don't want
Right.
to like bleed in your chair. Like I don't want to like ruin it.
Oh, I didn't
We're
know
all
like
pretty-
you were still
pretty
actively
balanced,
bleeding.
Thought
Well, I mean, we
Mages
just got out of
helped us with
combat.
that. Like when we were.
she just
Didn't
like
they
looks
give
and
us-
she's like, okay, well, I'm. She looks over at the war room. Would yes, princess? Would you mind attending to our guests? They just went through some trying time. Right away. As more of a priest kind of cleric, less of a battle-hardened cleric. Long robes, beads kind of going all the way down to like the stomach. Female, tightened hair, triple braids. Comes up and immediately first goes to Helga, seeing that you're pacing, and doesn't touch you but presses her hands about an inch away from your body. Start having more of a ethereal glow to her hands. If you allow her to do it for a minute, you'll be fully healed.
Yeah.
Can I get some of that?
Yeah, this is a community thing.
Oh yeah, she moves over and she starts independently taking care of all of you. As you can see,
Awesome.
that
Correct.
her power is not really channeled internally, but it seems like as she uses her power, her beads start to glow, allowing her to recast her cure wounds without expending a spell slot.
Nice.
She gets by, makes this like through cry, goes, thank you.
Oh, you're, as she just kind of like just slowly just kind of like puts her hand on your head. She's like, it's perfectly fine.
Piles of snow or
Yeah, there's just
or turning
piles
into
of
ice.
snow.
There's icicles
you
coming
imagine?
down.
Yeah, I like to imagine that Mixus is like sadly making snow angels while crying. Like,
Pretty much. Because I'm making a really
That's how
sad
she comes.
snowman.
Yeah.
Right? The saddest.
Stupid snowman.
As Seraphina walks up and sees your internal troubles, she walks up and she just kind of gets on one knee and she just kind of takes two fingers and she just kind of gently rests underneath your chin and lifts you up and then just kind of slowly brushes on your nose as you feel the warmth counteracting with the depression of the cold. As you can see her hair kind of light up a little bit more as she's trying to put more heat into her
And
body.
then all of a sudden, like, it's like snaps out, like, whoa, what are you?
Well, that was quick.
Yeah.
That didn't last long.
That was one.
I'm a fire genasi. I naturally.
What?
I mean, you have the unique
is that?
talent of being of 4 different kinds of elements. I'm born of fire, and
Like,
uh,
hidden born of air?
very similar. We're
Oh,
both elementals.
Oh, okay. Oh,
She just looks at you and she kind of goes eye to eye, as you see like the golden eyes just kind of like look at you, and she's like, "Don't worry about any of the troubles. You're here now. You're safe, and I'm sure." As she looks at you, your friend is perfectly safe too. It'll
oh,
take a lot more than that to take out an elder dragon.
really?
I'm sure even if he's hurt, he would have made it away.
Okay. Thanks.
As she kind of comes by and she slowly tries to like make sure that you allow it, as she slowly tries to wrap her arms around you and gives you a hug.
And then all of a sudden I cry again and just like hug her like as tight as possible. Because I'm crying. Because I'm sad.
As you
And
all
so
see,
now there's snow falling on her.
as you all see Seraphina's
Steve.
hair start to ignite a little bit more as embers start to come off so she can counteract the actual cold of Mixus's body.
I take
She-
a step back.
We're like,
She just pulls herself away, just looks at you, and you'll be fine. Don't worry. It'll be all fine. As she steps up, repositions herself, so she tries to still appear dignified in front of her soldiers, her clerics. She walks back over very posturously over to the chair, sits down. Well, I don't want to throw a bunch at you too quickly. There's no rush. If you have any questions for me, feel free to ask them. I like to think of myself as a partially open book. You are welcome in our encampment. So, then if you have any questions at the immediate moment,
Are you really a princess?
I am.
And I'm just gonna like hit Helga's arm, like, what?
Your Majesty.
Sure,
Oh, please,
I
we don't
imagine-
do that here.
sure. And I imagine I might be beside Helga, but I might turn to her and kind of whisper, "Did she say her bodyguard's name is Tor? Is that
Yeah,
like
I'm
a
gonna-
coincidence?"
I'm gonna just actively try and ignore that, please, and thank you right now. But yes, I did
Okay.
notice.
Okay. I
Isn't
thought it was
that
just
the
me.
guy that like kind of fucked up your whole life,
Yes,
Helga?
You say that loud.
Yeah.
He just kind of like looks at
If
you all
you're on the other
confused.
side
She's
of Helga, I'm sure I can hear like you whispering to her.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure, yeah.
like, Seraphina's
You've
just
known
like,
your
wait,
bodyguards for a while?
yeah, I mean, they've been with me for the past, I mean, I've only been around for the past few years, and they've been helping out since then, so, I mean, as long as I've been back.
Sorry, it's the trauma of like your other bodyguard's name is Tor. It's not a good name. What the?
It's
She
just
just, like,
like
looks at him all
there was a
confused.
guy
And he's
that
just,
was
It's
on the
not- it's
island
not a-
whose name was Torur, so it's like super close, you know.
oh, she just, like, looks at him, and she just kind of, like, nods. He's like, well, it's a very common name.
Yeah, it's a common name, Xander. Quit being
Like, if you kind of like look
Yeah,
close, you see that
Xander.
these guys are actually really tall. They're both Goliaths. It's hard to tell underneath the armor, but you can like notice as he starts to speak, he has a very thick, more of a giant accent. And the body themselves, every time as he like kind of like moves around, and he kind of like, they don't have the Under Armour leather underneath there. Like normally people would have leathers underneath their pauldrons and their breastplates. They don't. They're just wearing the armor over it, so you can see like the grayish skin with the blackish tattoos that they're born with.
As soon as Mixus realizes, because he spoke, and she goes, she says in giant, "I like your name."
They both Tor and Val just like look over. It's like they say in giant back. Well, it's always a pleasure to hear another one that can speak our language, especially someone who is of such short stature.
True. And then I go back. I'm still blue colored.
Okay.
I'm just like I just have like slight green starting to come back, but mostly blue still because
Okay.
I'm sad still. But I'm not. It's not snowing anymore, so it's okay.
Well,
I hate the
Well-
cold.
about the current topic, any questions that you have of me?
No.
Where are we? Where are?
I mean,
You're in the Heartwind Kingdom. We are on the east side of the realm.
Okay.
For other people who are not familiar, where is that?
It's think of it as a very rich, foresty, grassy plain area of the realm.
So since we were like transported here, are we expected to like do something with
Mm,
like your army and stuff, or are
well,
we like good to
that will
go?
come in tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, there are some
Okay.
expectations, but it is not demanded of you. It is will be asked upon you. I will not order you around unless you agree to the terms. But I don't want to
Okay.
put that stress on you at this current moment. I will allow you free room and board for the night. Mixus.
Princess?
Yes.
Princess? Did I say that right? Princess?
Yes, my dear.
Um, you don't have any devils here, do you? Like, that was on the island? They haven't
We don't
reached
have
here,
any.
right?
We don't have any devils, but we do have. There are a couple tieflings. If that
Oh,
upsets you.
that's not a devil. That's
Okay.
not a devil.
No, we do not have any
I
devils
mean,
here.
these
I'm not
guys are huge, and
Yeah.
like they were crashing, and
Like big
like,
baddies.
yeah, it was really bad.
We're very
Yeah.
pissed off about
What's
that.
the chance they stay on that island and we never see them
Yeah,
again?
how far away is the island from?
The island itself is due south of us, quite distance. As far as we know, they would have had to be summoned there. Those devils can't
Okay.
move freely around the realm without having a point of connection.
Mhm.
Someone somewhere on Kilaed must have had the ability to summon them there.
Uh,
So until that person or another person who has the same ability moves over to another continent, that's where they will stay.
I look at like Fee and Helga, be like, did we?
I just shake my head at her, just like, not now.
Okay, never mind.
Anything you have to mention? Something?
No.
No, we just like to know where to rest for the night.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we're very traumatized.
Mm-hmm. All the trauma. So much
All the
trauma.
trauma we're holding
It's
in.
trauma.
I don't
She just like looks at you.
understand.
That's perfectly fine. She just gestures out to the gentleman that brought you in. You're this younger elvish, looks more like a wood elf, kind of more of a grayer green skin, wearing what looks like maybe he was kind of like a butler servant for someone higher up. He kind of has more noble clothes, but you could see they're dirty, as if maybe this is his only pair of like suit and shirt. Carvin will take care of you. He will take you over to our inn. Due to the constant refugees we have, we'll give you one night stay for free. After that, you will have to pay to stay there. Otherwise, you are welcome to stay in some of our encampment tents after the night. But feel free to have a night of rest, relaxation, some food. The whole day is yours. I'll at least cover the charge of the inn. Anything else that you want to do, feel free. Our encampment occupies one of our smaller towns. We have the inn, we have a blacksmith, we have a tavern. We also have a few tents of personal business. Many of the people here are refugees and soldiers, so they have to make their way, so they do have certain goods that they are selling.
Where's your closest temple?
Closest what?
Temple?
Temple. If you want to seek patronage, if you head over to the furthest west of our encampment, we do have it won't be anything luxurious, but many of our priests take up the underground tunnels and have been able to at least get up a few statues before they were destroyed.
Excellent. That'll do.
Thank you, Prince. Oh, sorry.
Question:
Yes.
have you ever been to the Feywilds?
God,
I have
Mixus.
visited twice.
Really?
I have.
Oh, so cause the field outside of where your encampment reminds me of of the great fields.
That was on purpose. About 5 years ago, I needed, let's say, reflection time, and I was recommended to
Huh?
go over to the Feywilds, and I found it quite relaxing.
Wait. Did you used to wear a yellow dress?
I had a teal dress.
But like it had yellow on the bottom?
It had some accents.
You see like a little light bulb go on her head and she's like, I think I've seen you before.
I mean, I made my ways around. I kind of tried to stay within the humanoid encampments. I was told to kind of stay clear of many of the, no offense, but oddities of the Fey realm. But
Makes sense, yeah. We're kind of odd.
yeah, well, I mean, to certain people. I mean, I'm sure I'm odd to you. But
No. You're not
It-
the oddest thing I've seen in this realm so far.
let's say it was a
Kind
nice
of like hint at
reprieve.
like Helga, like
Yeah.
a nudge,
Mhm.
nudge.
It was a nice reprieve from
I just
this
get hit in the
reality.
shin by Mixus.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
she stands up in
Okay.
posture. She gestures
Yep.
to
Do a little
her-
curtsy. You,
A
I just mimic
full
with,
deep
with
bow.
Renora. Yep.
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland style, like your majesty.
Princess.
She just like, you don't have to do that. That's perfectly fine. But
It's
Carmen-
too late, princess.
We don't have to, but what
I'm
if we
still
want
in
to?
the bow when I
Yep.
say that.
Carvin will take care of you from here. He will show you around.
Okay.
And if you can just return here at early dawn tomorrow, that'd be preferable. I'd like to discuss future, if we have one, at that time. But think not of it at this current moment. I want you to just take a break from life for a little bit. Many people
gladly.
here can, and many people can't put themselves in your shoes. But just remember that many people are here because they have been in your shoes before. So if some people here seem a little bit off or a little bit upset, that's because they've had similar times.
Got it.
So
I kind of do a very curt bow and just a very abrupt turn and start
are
walking
you-
out.
as you
We're
start,
bowing? Are we supposed
What
to
was
bow?
the guy's name again? Sorry, I know you said it like 3 times.
Carvin,
Carvin.
Carvin.
Carven, Carvin.
Thank you.
Carving the meat.
My
Carvin
brain
Marks.
was like, Kevin. I'm like, that's not it. That's not it.
As you start walking out, you do see that there's a procession of at least 3 parties that are waiting for you to leave so they can have their turn, maybe having a quest of Seraphina. As you do see, the first one is a gentleman, drow, tall, probably about 6'2", wearing long black mage's outfit, but has like leather pauldrons on and still has like a sliding sash for a long sword on his back, and still has like hip armor and some waist armor on, as he looks a little bit upset. The person behind is what looks like a male and female. They're a little bit dirty. They're both half orcs. They look kind of have some more farmer clothing on. And then the person at the end is another Goliath, male, shaved head, wearing mostly like kind of like a sleeveless tunic on, with a long draped like leather pants, loose fitting, that are like maybe a blacksmith or something.
This would totally say hi to everyone in their normal in their language as she walked by.
The drow doesn't respond. He doesn't even bother even looking. The half orcs do give you a polite like grandfather, grandmother, hello, good day. And then
In, like,
the
orc,
Goliath
I'm
is
guessing.
what's that?
'Cause I would've
they
said
assume
it in
that.
orc.
I mean, they automatically assume that's like your common tongue, so they say it in the same
Oh,
way.
okay.
And the Glad just looks at you, and he just kind of like gets down to both knees, and he just kind of looks at you and just kind of waves at you on the same level as he stands back up.
Place, I can use all my languages.
Well, I'm glad to see Mixus is back to normal.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
right.
assuming that for us who don't speak multiple languages, it's just a bunch of different gibberish.
Well,
Right.
Just with the
It's
orc,
like,
at
Oda,
least.
yeah. And we're just like,
right.
Give the modern like what's up nod. Like
It's like a,
Yeah.
All right.
Yes,
Are
So
baby.
as
we heading straight for the
she
inn,
said that
or
there
are
was
we
some
going-
like soldiers just selling miscellaneous stuff, right?
yep, so he's gonna actually
Or-
show you around.
Okay. Yeah,
So
sorry.
Carbon
Two
immediately starts walking out from here. As he points to the left, which are all the tents. These are many of our soldiers that have decided to occupy with us. Many of them are either from the Order of the Soaring Sun, or they are soldiers that have decided to take upon Seraphina's cause to retake the kingdom of Heartland. Lots of them have trades of their own, but they have lost their houses. So if you want to pick up a trade from them, you want to learn something, you want to buy something that they have in stock, they can't really make any custom orders. They can only do what they basically quick ran from home with. So please be fair. Try not to barter with them too much. This is their living. If you're looking at anything custom, as he like points up to the right to the little fort up here, which looks like it was previously part of a bigger like keep, but a lot of it has been destroyed, so this is what's left. Kind of points over to the inn here. This is where you'll be staying when you come in. He looks over at
Anybody
Xander.
else? Sorry. Does anybody else think this looks like the little town from campaign 2 that we
A little bit.
that we started out in? Almost
Oh,
Yeah.
does.
I'd have to
little
go back
bit,
in
yeah.
time more, but yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
this thing is a template that I used in campaign 1.
Okay, I was
Okay,
just like,
that's-
sorry.
that's
I was like, oh, maybe that's on.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, it's probably
on-
just nostalgia. This is the only thing that's the same.
Yeah.
Uh,
I like it.
he looks
I
at
like
It's
Xander and
okay, it
points over
makes
to
your
this spot.
players happy.
He looks
Yes,
over at this
it makes
spot
us
and he
happy.
mentions over to Xander, and he's just like, if you want to go pray to your patron, you can just enter in through here and just follow the torches. It'll lead you over into the catacombs. I apologize if there is maybe not your patron there, but we do with what we can.
That's right.
Points over here and mentions over the tavern. If you want to head over to the tavern, it's probably the best thing that we got in town. It's the only thing that didn't really get destroyed. And it's the only thing we can constantly keep shipment of ale and wine in. Points over this location for the blacksmith. Mentions Krista is our blacksmith. She is a fantastic blacksmith, and she helps us keep supplied with the army. Taking into account that she is constantly backed up, so if you wanted to get her services immediately, she will push things back for a higher coin. And then explains over here is this is where we have guests stay. Specifically, if you have any emissaries from other kingdoms or anybody of noble birth that decide to come here and offer their aid, we have royal seating there.
That's where we're staying tonight for free, right?
And
Just
staying
for tonight?
you're staying at the inn.
Oh, sorry.
Not the royalty
Okay.
suite.
Oh, okay.
He points out the end here where the entrance to the encampment is. He's like, if you want to leave, you're more than welcome to do so. Just be warned that if someone finds you outside the encampment, you're on your own. You're safe within these walls, but outside these walls, we can't do anything for you. Taking into account, we're currently in a war. These walls are here for a reason. Kind of points over to the left. You are allowed to procure any of your own food if you like. Our farmers, which a couple of you might have passed coming in, they were able to regrow many of their crops here. They also do have a restaurant. If you want to get a more vegan option for a delicacy, they do have low-cost vegetarian and vegan meals. If you're looking for something more of the meatier variety, head over to a tavern. They mostly have porridges, stews, warm breads, and if you pay enough, some hot meats.
Meats.
Wait. Cool.
He immediately just kind of like looks at you, and he just looks at one of you, and he just kind of goes up over to the person who's talking more, and goes over to Renora and just kind of gives like this little key. This is for your room. It's already paid for. It's the biggest room in the inn. It has a total of 4 beds. Hopefully it's enough for the 5 of you. Hopefully one of you can share. Just head on in. They know of you. Don't really need to say anything. Your room is on the 4th floor. It's only run up there. It's more of an attic-y space, but it's the best room in the inn.
Thank you.
Question.
Yes.
Is Luna with us?
Yes, Luna's with you.
Oh,
So
okay,
6
we
people.
have 6 people.
I always forget. So
I
I'm
just
looking at,
didn't
I'm looking at
remember
the,
if
I'm
she-
looking at the cams.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
couldn't remember if she actually was with us or not, if she got
Yeah,
teleported or not.
she's with you. So
Okay,
for
I just
for
wanted to
6
make
people.
sure.
6 people. Yeah.
Yeah.
But still 4 beds.
Sorry, I just wanted.
Yeah, no,
I
you're
just
fine.
wanted to make sure.
Like usual, I don't really have Luna doing really anything until she's actually
Right.
directly approached or
Right.
something about her.
That's fair.
So he looks at you. It's like, I have many things to attend to. If you have any questions before I depart, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I must be off.
I'm good. Everybody?
So we can't learn tomorrow.
Oh.
Well, please do not forget that early morning, please meet up with Princess Seraphina. And until then, like she said, please relax and take in what little sights we have, but enjoy what we do have nonetheless.
Okay.
Again, if you need me,
Thank
I'm
you very
Carvin, and I'll
much.
be around. You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome.
Carvin. Yes.
Not Kevin.
He just
Not
does a
Kevin.
gentlemanly bow to you.
That's his last name.
Carvin
Carvin
Coven.
Coven.
Carvin Coven.
I love it. I love it.
And he immediately backs up and he starts walking off, as you can see that there were some people that are kind of like waiting like 10 feet behind, waiting for his services of some kind as he goes over there. And it looks like he's kind of like the on-aid advisor for everyone. Like he almost looks like he speaks for Seraphina when she's not available just to talk to every single person in the encampment.
So, like, his word is as good as Seraphina's.
Essentially, yes. At least that's where the townsfolk treat it, is that if they
Got
go
it.
to him, he is sane with her permission.
Got it. Okay.
He's essentially her advisor, but he also is taking up the role as her personal, like, do this, do that kind of person.
Or gopher.
Yeah, go for this, go for that.
Yeah.
Carvin Kevin, go for this.
Yeah. But he only seems to do the actual gophering for her. As far as the advising, that is the job he does for the townfolk.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. I want to check out the like miscellaneous things that people have for sale. I don't know what everybody else wants to do.
I don't understand
guess-
how they expect us to relax after what just happened. Relaxing is
Retail therapy, baby.
Retail therapy, drinking yourself dead. Go in
Yeah.
and get yourself a new weapon.
Joe
these
gave
are
us like
things.
all of the options. Gorge
Yeah,
yourself on
these
food.
are things. Do you
drink
need to get
to
yourself
death.
a new
Like,
axe and start killing
Yes.
something? They got that for you. Come on, what more do you
Press.
want?
I guess, are we fully healed? Did that
No,
clip fully
well,
heals?
you're all fully healed, but you did not take a long rest. So if you expend spell slots, if you use up any abilities, they have not been granted back to you. But you essentially got max cure wounds on yourself.
Got it.
Okay. That's good to know.
So you will not be able to get any of your full abilities back until you actually do sleep. No one else is going to
Right.
be here to heal you for that.
I think we need to go at least to the room and plan and talk about what happened.
Yeah, call
I'm
dibs
good
on the
with that.
beds. You're right. We should do that. Let's go.
Sticker
So you guys
check,
make your
right?
way to the inn?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, to the end, you make your way through. You find out that what's left of the keep is pretty occupied. It seems like even in the non-wall-to-wall occupied spots, within this spot is highly busy. There are carts. There are little shops. People are allowed to put up little mini businesses out here. And it looks like this specific statue has grabbed a lot of attention from local servants of certain gods. It looks like the way it's set up with the many of its gems on it, it allows it to be a very much non-denominational prayer to this spot to commune to anyone else. For my cleric here, you can give me a religion check on it.
Thank you.
So
We have
many
one of those?
shops. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Oh, what's that? Look at that! That's,
Oh God, mix this
that
not
one
now.
makes us take-
9.
Nine. You've heard of something like this, but you're not exactly sure what it is. You assume it's what's called a communal statue. You've never really seen one before, but you do know that they have magical properties. You just don't remember what they necessarily do. But you do see many people around them, anywhere from tieflings, elves, to maybe Azamars and stuff like that, all praying to one statue, which these natural races don't usually have similar gods or devils. So it looks like, from what you can all tell, is there's an ability this thing has to become anybody's more Daedric kind of statue as a replacement. Kind of like a golem of sorts.
Oh,
Cool.
an all-in-one.
All in one.
They're extremely rare, and they require a lot of fortitude and magic to create. Also, a lot of people don't create them because they don't believe in all the gods, so they're quite rare.
That's fair.
But yes, you do see the streets are bustling. There's several carts. You see a cart that has produce, whether it's from specifically the farm or produce that was maybe from these people from their village that they were able to grab in bags and quick run back. As you do see pears, apples, you see heads of lettuce. You do see what looks like full cobs of corn. You see another cart that specifically has books on it. Some of them are damaged, some of them are new. Again, similar situation. It looks like someone quick threw out their possessions on the cart and brought them here, and they're trying to make whatever change they can. You see everything from books, from like missing volumes of whole collections that talk about certain like magician spells and like how to kind of like that, to whole volumes missing a few of bettering your sword combat, or maybe just the art of persuasion. All these are things that you can buy to actually amp up your stats, but they're all missing volumes.
Art of persuasion, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
So
gonna
they're all like
break off from the
how-to
group to
books,
look
but
at
they're
that.
all volumes of 7, and each of them are missing at least 2.
Okay.
Persuasion for dummies.
Yeah.
Kind
Smooth
of. It's kind
talking.
of like volume 1 and 2 are for like the beginner's level. 3 and 4 are for the amateurs. 5, 6, and 7 are for ones that are already good at persuasion, but they want to just kind of bump that up a little bit.
How much
What are
for
you,
one and two?
Renora? Where are you on the scale?
The gentleman that has the one for the books, you see kind of like it looks like some of his face is a little burned. He's wearing what probably is like his only suit that he has. He's got like this long draped, kind of tattered coat. Half elf in nature. Kind of looks up to you. It's like, oh, are you looking for the whole set or just certain ones?
Well, I mean, what you got, man? This is all new to me, so probably just beginner.
Okay.
Start
Well, I mean, if you
with.
got the beginners, I at least have 1 and 2. If you want that, I mean, the going rate that I have for buying a singular is 10 gold pieces. I could probably give you a deal if you want 2 of them. I can sell it for 15.
Yeah. Okay.
He kind of puts it together. He kind of tries to find like nice like twine that he has, and he kind of like wraps them very gently together into one bundle for you, and just kind of makes it where like the top ribbon is actually like a handle to hold them in.
Thank you, sir.
It to you.
And I will hand him 15 gold pieces.
If for some reason that these is an easy read for you, I definitely have. I unfortunately don't have the amateur level, but if this is an easy read, I definitely have all of the final volume collection. available.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Well, I appreciate your contribution, and you have a pleasant day.
You as well. You as well.
So yeah,
Retail
there's
thing. Yeah,
book
it's not-
salesman, there's a produce salesman, there's bread.
Bread.
There's like one that has like anything you can think of someone that was immediately kicked out of their home and they just took all their possessions and are trying to sell them. And these are people that might have had a collection of good things. Like these books, if you bought the whole volume together and they're pristine condition, they could probably sell for like 10 times that amount. But
Yeah.
he's trying to get what he can. You can see someone that has some swords. Some of them look like magical, but until you actually approach the guy, you don't know. But there is also the blacksmith, and then there's the Royal Inn, which is locked. It currently has a guard in front of it right now. There is the tavern, and then the inn.
Okay. I think the plan is for the group to make their way to the inn, and then we'll all
Yep.
break off individually.
Yep.
Decompress and then break off.
All right.
So how
Renora's fine. Tragedy's her middle name.
Ouch.
You head
Just
to the
another
inn.
Wednesday.
You do see a sign called the Lighthearted. As you head your way in, and you find yourself into what seems more like a different experience from what you all had. When you go into the main room, there is several like aromatherapy candles that are like hanging up. Instead of them actually being like torches for light or oiled up candles, they are scented and more peaceful smelling like candles that are on all the places as you immediately come in. And whether or not you find this as maybe not a very good smell or you actually take it in, it's meant to actually put you at ease. Most of them have a blue flame that are being
Is it
lit
like
off
a
of them.
charm?
They all do have what looks like a tassel of some kind on them. You assume
No,
that they
I mean
are...
like is it is like the
It's
do
not
they-
magical.
Is it magical?
No,
Oh,
it's not
okay.
magical.
Just aromatherapy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just aromatherapy.
Okay, just make sure.
They look like each candle has been blessed, but it's not meant to actually charm you to make you feel better. It's just
okay.
there on a natural reasons, just be like, this is a comforting, nice space to be in.
It smells good in here.
Yeah, it does.
You do see that this area is not specifically just for guests of the inn. Anybody can come here, as like the first floor of this is both the check-in and kind of like a tea shop. So
Okay.
on the first wall that you come in is actually kind of like more the tea place, as there's like a wall of just jars of different kind of teas. And there's just a little lady, human, kind of has like her thinned out strands of white hair kind of tied up in like a double bun. She has like a simple cane as her side. She's still kind of good postured, but you can see she's got like the long aproned gown on, as she is offering like these little tiny cups to someone as far as a tester, as you can like smell them from distance, as one smells of lavender, and it's really kind of coming towards the door. As you can see that it's not a coffee place, so you can't get coffee here, but it is a tea place. You see there's caffeinated teas, there's herbal teas. But then you can see at the far end of the room, there's a check-in spot, and then there's a steps to go upstairs. But you were told you didn't have to go to check-in. You could just go right upstairs, and you can just enter your room.
All right, then I'm gonna just go right upstairs then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going right upstairs.
Mixus is gonna do the whole, but I want to look at the tea.
You don't look at the
We will
tea.
get
As she's
there.
getting pulled, away, but they might have.
You're an adult,
dragons
you can do what you want.
I'm
You
assuming
were
Fiona's pulling her
pulling
away.
Mixus, as
Yeah.
you're being pulled away, give me a perception check.
Perception. Okay, perception. 8.
8.
Yes.
You see that across there's probably about 80 different teas available to be mixed into whatever kind of setup that you want that they have available. You swear a couple of names are very familiar to you from the Feywild, so you assume they also have different kind of tea herbals from different realms.
To check this out later. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes, I know nobody's listening to me, but I'm just saying it out loud.
So you all head up a few more floors to get to floor 4. As you notice
How
that
big are these stairs?
they're normal
Am
size
I
steps.
able to get up?
Yeah,
Am
you're
I
fine.
able to get up it? Okay.
Yeah, they're regular size stairs. They're not meant for like
They're not
giants or anything like
giant
that.
stairs.
Yeah, they're standard steps. You would actually have noticed that the innkeeper, whether or not you look, the innkeeper is actually a goblin.
Oh.
So they are actually a little bit shallower for a normal sized person. So anybody who's maybe 6 foot or getting close to that might notice that you're kind of being more careful with
I have to
steps. 'cause
tiptoe.
you got to kind of like put your feet a bit closer. But you get up to the 4th floor and you notice
just
the
gonna
4th
crab walk
floor
up the
is
stairs.
all kind of the room. So you get up to the landing of the 4th floor, and that's just that. It's not even a hallway. You just get up to the square landing, and there's this door right in front of you, as it's like a steel and like rubyish copper kind of door.
That's shiny.
Pretty.
It's not supposed to be like overly glowy. It's just made out of metal, but it's been well crafted. As you're able to put in the key, you unlock it, and you entered into where the door is in the middle of the attic. The attic at the tip of the attic is a long bone chandelier. Looks like it's crafted out of simple like wood twine and different kind of cleaned out like bones of different animals. And then you on the left side and the right side has 2 beds. So underneath
Beautiful.
this chandelier has a large round table that can fit 8. And then the room is symmetrical. So on each side they also have a couple end tables. Each of them have their own coffee table on each side. And then each of them have their own reading chair.
Does the door open to the left or the right?
The door actually opens into the steps.
Okay. So then Renora is just gonna go to the first bed she sees and just kind of sprawl herself out with all of her stuff so that there's not room for anybody else. Like, this is mine.
Oh, I bet.
You'll notice as soon as you enter the room that the room is enchanted. So as soon as you get in, like the candles automatically light themselves on the chandelier. As soon as you get to the bed, the candle actually lights itself up on the bed light on its end table.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fun trick. Do it again. Do it again.
No.
Let's all go out in the hallway and do it again.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
As
So
I
you
was
so you
continuing
walk
on
out.
bed.
As you walk out,
exactly.
the
I'll be
candles,
like, "What you're doing there?"
the candles start to slowly dim. If you choose to wait till they dim out, you go back in, they relight it.
It's fine.
Oh no. None of us are gonna sleep because Mixus is gonna be screwing with the lights because she only needs 4 hours of sleep.
If you're fully testing it, you notice you at least need one person to stay in the room for the chandelier to be lit. But the specific end tables only light up if someone's laying in the bed. There's also lights per sitting spot. So there's like a small light on the coffee table per side. There's a small light for each reading chair. They only get turned on if someone's actually occupying that space.
So Mixus is totally running
Oh,
around
I
the whole
like
room
that.
trying to see when the lights turn on.
Yeah,
Just
Tierna,
trying to
Pick you
like,
out. Run to the bed. Run to the seat. Like.
You can assume that if you decide to stay in this room after the freebie, that this is probably gonna be the most expensive room you would have stayed in so far. You can't really figure out how much it would cost, but it's probably a pretty penny to stay.
Too
in.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Renora's gonna wait till everybody else leaves the room to go do her thing because she doesn't want somebody trying to like.
I will say
buck
there's a
up with
couple
her.
other things in the room. Real quick, there are
Sure.
board games,
Ooh.
and there is its own personal small. There's a couple baskets that have food inside. They only have dry storage in here. As you can see, one
Okay.
specifically has like deep fried, not deep fried, dehydrated, like different kind of fruits, and the other one has just some just not sticky buns, but just like regular, just dried buns that you can eat on, like more snacking food.
Mixus is gonna go over to the
The welcome
drive-thru,
basket.
take a little piece of it, and be like, "Oh, that's good," and put more in her pocket.
Yeah.
Mixus,
there it goes.
Toss me one.
Okay, here.
Fiona's gonna sit and look at everybody and just with deadpan expression. This is because of us.
Nah. I think it's fine.
No, Fiona's right.
Yeah.
Nah. We can't be doing that. You can't get on the, I should have done something. It already happened. Let's
It's
just
not
flip
a should have
forward.
done. This is us. This is when Meeksis and I were down there. We saw Bahamut. We were given incredible
What?
gifts. And
What?
Who the fuck's Bahamut?
May not have mentioned that to you before.
Wait, hold up. You saw Bahamut?
Yeah, again, who the fuck's Bahamut?
He's the creator of everything.
For those that don't know.
He's the creator of everything. He made
Yeah.
all the realms. He made everything.
Yeah.
Oh, so he made the devils that attacked us too? Cool.
He made
Love it.
everything
He
big.
made everything. He made you. He made all of the things. He made this bed. Well, no, he didn't make this bed, but someone he gave
said it and
the
forgot
knowledge to the person to make the bed, and he made the trees that made the bed. So
He
yeah.
made a lot of things.
But how was this our fault?
The sword. We thought he wanted the sword. He didn't.
He wanted the body.
He wanted
and-
the guy.
The other
Okay,
night
how would we
before this-
have known that?
Oh, I was told before
Even
I
if
got.
we didn't
You
know,
were told that
you
he
were
wants the
told?
body before we got down there, and you chose to say nothing. So this is Xander's fault, not yours.
Wow, thanks. No, all I told the group was this is the Eye of the Apocalypse, and his name, and that's all I could do. We were powerless to stop a god.
The end result is we went down there. We disturbed this. This never would have happened if
Okay, but like if we hadn't
If we
gone, he
hadn't
was gonna
gone
kill Helga. So like,
Yep, that's true as well.
what do you want us to do?
I don't know. We can't just walk away from this.
Or we can, because we just did. So like,
Thousands have died, and it's because of us. You
This
can't
is
just
very
walk away
true.
from that.
Yeah, we know you don't give a shit, Renora. We know.
I
Don't need to say it. We already know.
people die every day.
You gotta pay her to give a shit. That's what it is.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, this is way bigger than us, but yes, this is something.
Yeah, what
we gotta
Xander said.
rectify.
This is beyond us. We can't be
This-
taking
but
blame.
also something that we gotta fix.
We
gotta
can't be
put this
taking
right.
blame.
No,
I don't want to take
But-
blame, but
I'll take blame,
it
but
is
we can take
us.
responsibility.
I feel like it's bigger than us because Xander just said that, right, Xander? It's bigger than us? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is bigger than us, literally.
So, I mean, you wouldn't say that you lost a chess game because your pawns weren't doing their job, would you? No. So
where
that
are
just
you going
seems silly to
go
me.
If this happens again, he
I don't
has a
know.
body. This can happen again. He can bring it here. He can destroy this whole plane of existence over here.
All right.
Man, I don't know.
So if
do
yeah,
we
if this
need-
happens over here, we need to be ready to deal with it versus
We-
almost die.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay.
Should we tell the Seraphina lady?
I mean, yeah.
Some.
I thought she knew. Does she not know? Or
I don't know. if
maybe
she
not everything we
knows.
know.
Who knows?
It seems like she knew a lot more.
Probably
Than
not
I
more than we
did.
know.
So
She might know, but like maybe we should tell her about what happened, and you know how that we went to the place and we saw Bahamut and he gave
I
us
think we
these
need to be
things.
cautious, Mixus. And we
Yes.
need to
Why?
not tell everybody every detail.
This is true.
But you're looking for help on it.
But-
Do you not trust the Seraphina girl?
I don't. Not fully.
Oh.
She
I mean, to be
was-
fair,
I trust that
welcome.
she's
do
doing
you tell
what
your
she
life
thinks is
story to
right.
someone you meet the first day? No, you wait and get to know
It's
them
not my
first.
life story though. This is just an event in my life, and it's already done. And
I'm just
y'all
saying
are
in
still upset
general,
about
Renora.
it.
I think she can know that we are aware that this body has been found and it is in the hands of the devils. We are aware that
Or maybe see what that name means to her. I mean,
Sure.
that too.
Yeah,
She doesn't
Sure.
know the details of how it
Do you think-
happened.
it would hurt anything giving her
Not
that
like you-
information.
not
I
like
don't
you care
Yeah,
anyway.
the body of
Renora.
Malak. Malak.
Okay.
I don't-
Well, as
I
long
don't-
as it.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
think you. I don't think you will hurt because obviously we're here for a reason, and maybe she can help. Who knows?
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. Her name sounds familiar, but I don't know much about her. But she seems to be a big person and a big deal here in this realm. So
Right.
I don't know.
Being
Do
a
you
big
guys
deal.
know who
Don't
she
know
is?
what they
I feel
expect us
like
to do.
You guys
We'll find
talking.
out.
So you talked to Bahamut. Let's back it up for a minute.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
Tell me about
yeah.
that.
Well, when I touched the sword, it teleported me to Bahamut, and I was on his palm, and I was very tiny on his
What do
palm
you look like?
he's huge. He's just a huge dragon-looking person. He's cool. And when you look down, I saw all the realms, even this one, even the Feywild, all of the realms, every single realm you can imagine that's a part of the worlds in the universe, we were above it.
I've never felt so small, but been in such big of space.
You
I
were
wish I
there
was on that
too.
level.
Where did you?
Oh well, she came in a little bit. So what he told me is because I touched the sword, that the powers of the powers of his blade would go to me, but because I am so little, he said that it couldn't stay with just me, that I could not wield it without making me go like crazy or something like that. Something like that because I'm too little to handle it all. So he said that, he mentioned everybody, all of the group, and he told me to think of somebody, and I was like, oh, I don't know. And then
Mama
all of a
Fee.
sudden, poof, Mama Fee ended up
Yeah.
there. And he said that you would share the burden of it, and he changed the sword into 2 weapons, technically, and because they're the power of Bahamut. So I guess there's this thing, I guess there's a whole bunch of blades out there. I don't know if they're true blades, but they're the blades of this guy, and they have special powers, and they can come in different forms. So he made them into the forms of my really cool, and yeah.
So there's others
wait,
out there.
hold up. You said the blades can take different forms. Do we think that the body was a blade instead of the blade being a blade?
No, he said
Okay.
that was just a person.
Then, I don't think that him taking just a person's body means that we fucked up.
But he did say, but it did seem like that, I don't know how you say when you get. Do you know when your ears tingle when something bad's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Okay, so when we talk to Seraphina tomorrow, we're gonna tell her that we found, they took Malik's body, but are we gonna tell her that you guys talked to Bahamut? You said you don't trust her for your Mama Fee.
I don't
Or you
trust
don't
her
know?
with that information yet.
Okay.
I
it's
want-
your information to share.
I mean, if we find out more how she's connected to the world and this war, that could be something if we feel like we trust her.
I think information is earned, and she hasn't
Yeah.
earned my trust yet.
Okay.
I think she's doing what she believes is right, and she's doing good, but I don't want to give her all the information and lay all of our cards on the table just quite yet.
So we'll
I
keep
think
that
we
bit
need-
on the down low?
Yes, we need to
Okay.
play this safe, but we need to go forward knowing we've got to do something about this. But
I agree.
we need to figure out what.
Right.
Yeah.
I know during the battle when I was trying to contact my god Zula, I kept getting blocked, like intentionally blocked from any aid that could have helped us at all. That's very disturbing to me, and I'm kind of freaking out about it. So there's something that's going on there. I don't know if it's because the devils, how they interfere with that, or if there's some other war going.
Right. Have you tried to contact her since we got here?
Not yet, but plan on going to that temple. That's why I asked.
Okay. That's good plan.
Part of the thing.
Good plan.
So I will let you know when I know more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
I wonder if she'll know if it was devils. I didn't know they could do that.
Yeah. I'm in the dark
You
still.
either.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think any of us did.
the last I knew, I mean, there's like, you know, those scary stories that like adults tell children in the Feywilds about devils, but
For sure.
nothing like that. That was a little too traumatic. I think if anyone had ever told me that when I was a kid, I would have never came to this realm.
Right.
Just saying.
Very valid. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I think
anyway,
we gotta get stronger.
who wants to go shopping, guys?
Yes, retail therapy.
Retail
Some of us
therapy.
are
Armor is
songs
going to be
of
much
Satan.
needed.
Oh,
I'm gonna find a
Yeah.
tree.
it's,
You gotta find just like any tree.
Random tree? Okay.
sure.
Weird. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
There are plenty of trees in the encampment. Everything that got on the map is correct, so any of those are not bushes on the map, those are trees.
Got it.
So I say we
So-
do what we need to do to sell any weapons, or go pray, or go do whatever we need to do. Meet.
Maybe we
Yeah,
can
later,
find a
maybe
use
the
for that fabric
tamper.
here too, Renora.
Yeah, or know of a person.
Yeah.
Meet
Well,
up at the tavern later.
okay. And
and
then I'm just gonna
Do a
like
bag
kind
of
of
holding.
I'm gonna
Don't
spread my
get rid
stuff
of the
out.
shiny fabric that I cut because that was pretty and I want to keep that.
Oh, okay. Why don't you go ahead and pull that out of the luggage so I
Oh,
know not
okay.
to grab that.
Okay. I go digging in the luggage to try to find it because I'm sure it's like at the bottom.
I like to imagine that like makes us like crawls inside of it and you just see things flying out of it.
Yep.
Just got little-
God, hold your
So you
breath.
can see your little feet.
Hold
flying
Your
your
little
around.
feet.
Yeah, the feet dangling out.
Hold on! So I
Yeah,
don't follow the way.
Oh, she's about to fall in. Somebody
Yes,
grab her.
learn from Helga. Learn from Helga. Don't teleport.
Bag of holding's so dangerous.
Hey,
on the
Helga, you
inside.
remember that time you fell?
That's how we live.
Okay, so I grab the
So
little
funny.
fabric out and I go and put it on like the coffee table little area and just be like, "You think it'll be safe here?"
No.
I'm sure it'll be safe in there.
Now, to remind you guys of something, you guys didn't give yourself a chance because you didn't really have one, about what to do with the robes you guys procured. You guys did put them on, and
Yep.
you all have your own specific ones, but I did remind you that if you did find someone who can actually diffuse them, you can put them on something else you'd rather have them on.
Right.
That's
Mhm.
something you can do here.
Got it.
The shiny fabric because, you know, I cut a little bit of it. It was like you remember, it was like a cosplayer's like dream
Yeah.
fabric
This
area.
scrap it.
So, it was a hard skill. It was the difficulty was high.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna spread out the rest of my stuff to like take up the most space in my bed that I possibly can.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm gonna switch my.
She's overly concerned about having her own bed. Nobody else gives a shit, but she does. And then I'm gonna wander back over to where people were just selling miscellaneous stuff to see what's going on over there.
My shell, right?
What?
My shell? Someone took my
I
shell,
didn't.
picked it up
No,
when we were
we
last.
picked
I think
you,
it was-
we picked up with you.
Helga grabbed your shell?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna make like
Don't worry. You got your
make
shell.
a little
don't worry.
spot in the room because I'll just sleep in the shell. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. So, Renora, you want to go to the carts or you want to go to the tents?
Is the carts like? Is it separate from the tents? I
The-
think
the-
I'm just gonna wander
carts-
around until I.
The carts
Um,
are what you just went to. So the carts are up here.
Oh, okay.
The tents over here that have people that actually are soldiers, but they're selling pieces that they had from their homes.
Okay,
So,
then
weaponry and.
I'm just gonna like mosey around the carts and then make my way to to the tents.
I'll meet up with you later, Renora. I want to go with Xander first.
Yeah.
and then-
Okay, so you both are gonna go to
I'll-
the under
Before you left, I wanted to switch my cloak out
Sure.
because there was an extra cloak that constantly heals 1d6 per turn. So I'm gonna switch that out and get rid of the one that allows me to be immune to paralyze, charm, and petrification.
I already swapped that out to wear
Oh,
that because
Never mind.
mine was like addition to spellcasting,
So
and that
you
means
are
nothing to me.
now Silver and constantly heal 1d6.
What?
Okay.
Do you remember what that addition to
No
spellcasting was?
ways.
Yes. Wait.
I know I had the spell
Sorry.
sniper one.
Nora, you.
+1 to all magic spells. It is blue cloak with purple accent.
Okay. Good to know.
I was gonna say, what are the spare cloaks that we have?
The other spare cloak we have are green cloak with black detail. That is every magic spell is 1d6 poison.
Mhm.
Blue cloak with black accent, which is resistant to poison, toxins, and paralysis.
Right.
And I put on the silver cloak with black detail.
Got it.
But if you want it, Fierna, I don't
no,
think
take
I'll
it.
be wearing
You're
a
good.
cloak right this second. So
I thought it was a free cloak, so no, all yours.
okay.
But I am gonna come shopping with you because I need armor.
Okay. Do you want to stop at the blacksmith then before we make our way over to the tents? Or-
Yes, something that I can sell my creature diamonds because I have 8 left and I am very, very poor.
You would have
yeah.
you would have a better value of selling things to the blacksmith because a lot of people who are in the tents are not going to want to buy things. They're gonna want to try to make money, not try to,
To the
give it away.
It's not trying to get stuff, yeah.
Oh, blacksmith. That's what she's going.
Huzzah!
Aha!
And I'm guessing Mixus is gonna go to the tea room.
I go downstairs, look at the tea first, and then I'm gonna mosey around, find some, because I need to attune with the nature again because I was traumatic.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go see the tea first.
Meet at the tavern later? Like, I don't know, 5 hours or so.
Good.
Yeah. Cool.
We can get
Do it.
some food later.
And break.
Frick.
Autobots, roll up.
Okay. As you all start heading downstairs, you do see the goblin. That's the innkeeper. Has like blonde hair, slicked back, as mentioned. Well, have a nice day. We'll see you tonight. We'll start off with Finra and Renora. So you head over to the smith first. As you head inside and you see that it's not a very safe place to be for like kids, as like all the weapons are hanging from the ceiling with points aimed down. Like you can easily just like grab one and just kind of like mess around with it.
like this
There's
shop.
like no shelves on the sides, just kind of like here's like a hanging axe, here's the long sword, here's a pike. As you see a female Goliath, like a dark red hair, braided in 5 spots, and all tied together in the back with like a long dread coming down that's like goes like past her rib cage on her back. She has like a dagger like actually attached to the end of it. She's wearing kind of like a hoop shirt with a leather skirt on. You can kind of see her kind of like trying to peek through all the blades. Good day! How you all doing today?
Good. And you?
I'm doing fantastic. Anything I can help you out with?
What can I get for these? And I'm gonna put the creature diamonds down.
What kind of diamonds are they?
The creature diamonds.
They're the ones that were shedded from the
Oh,
Yeah.
you're selling those.
shedded
Okay.
from.
Right.
Yes.
Well, I'm not a big jewelry snob, so I wouldn't be able to give you probably the best value, but she kind of like, yeah, give me a second, as she kind of like opens up a clasp of a box and she pulls out what looks like she has like prescription glasses. She puts these round monocles on, and she puts them on, and she kind of like looks at them. She's trying to get the.
I'm sure you can use them for armor or weapons, not just jewelry as well.
Mind if I give it a test?
Sure.
Okay. She literally puts it like on this stone rock, and she immediately like, grabs this axe, and she immediately like just tries to break it in half.
Break.
No, it didn't break. It actually chipped her axe.
Ooh,
Thank goodness.
exciting.
She's like, fascinating. I could probably do. She like looks in like a couple of coin purses, shakes them up a little bit. How about 200 per?
If I don't sell them, what kind of armor could you make with them?
It's hard to say without me really investigating them. I mean, it would be something very durable at the bare minimum. I guess then they got magical properties, so I could probably implement some magic, but it'd probably be, if you want me to make something out of it, I'd probably say you'd probably want to give me something more to work off of it, otherwise you'd be spending more to make something less. So if you had some more magical implements that you could kind of give for it, I could probably make you something quite powerful if you had some more items that I could probably throw with it. I could use it as a conduit. It'd make something quite powerful. I just need something to channel in.
What about this? And I'm gonna lay down the like curved dagger that comes with those like purplish bluish liquids to either make you immortal or die instantly.
That we don't know about.
Just the dagger, not the liquids.
Okay. She looks at it. She's like, interesting. As she kind of like looks at it, she like twists off the handle, as you can see, like it actually does come apart. She's like, it's hollow. And she like swings at it.
Hold on. Dig around in in my bag. Okay. Pull out one of those.
Oh,
what about this?
What's
Does this do it?
What's the?
I don't know. I came with it. I assumed it was just a separate thing, but
interesting.
You're just a little ball of chaos, aren't you?
She takes it. She's like, all right. She like puts the capsule in it. She like locks it. As she like locks it, the capsule actually shatters and it like fills up the thing. It's like, the loading cartridge is quite sophisticated. And you don't know what this does?
Oh.
Okay. Well, I mean, she like tests it. She like drags it against like the countertop. Nothing happens. She drags it against like some of the pieces. She's like, she almost puts up to her wrist. She's like, you don't know what it does? Maybe not. Give me a second. As she like goes in the back, and you hear that she like opens up like a little cage, and she like brings out like a little mouse. She's like, all right, well. She takes it and then she just kind of like has like the mouse sniff it a little bit, kind of gets up close, and this mouse kind of force feeds it to the mouse. Nothing happens. Okay. Well, I'm not buying the liquid. That's good. It looks like the blade at least works. I mean, this could be something I could pour the magic into, if that's what you want, but I'd still need like the magic you want put into it. So we would have the weapon, we'd have the conduit, but what do you want to push into it? Do you have like another enchantment that could go into this blade? And she kind of like explains, like, just basically, we now have the item you're gonna make. You have a dagger you want to make out of this. The stone itself is gonna take whatever enchantment to do and use it at the maximum. Best enchantment possible with whatever you give me. Let's say you find something that's enchanted with fire. I strip off that ability off of it. I'm going to give this the max fire ability possible to this blade. But I need that first part. Now, I could do it myself, but then I'm going to pay. I'm going to charge you for it. So if you want this to be labor-free, and I keep the quantity of the stone, and I only use the magical properties transfer over to it, I won't charge you for anything. But if you want to pay for it, then I can use something of my own stock.
How much would it be of your own stock? Because I don't have anything unless you do, Renora.
pull out some scraps of fabric. Like, is this anything?
She like looks like not really. Are either one of you wearing the coats?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Well,
We
the
have
fabric is from the place that we
Right.
were.
The fabric is used. You would have to find a specific person who knows how to sew the fabric. That fabric can't be disenchanted. It can only make a new outfit.
Oh,
So
dang it.
your
Okay.
your
I thought
robes
the
are
fabric was
complete, so she can disenchant the robes and put them in this. But that fabric is meant to make a new custom robe. There's no way she could disenchant it when it's not been fully completed yet. You would have to find another sewer or another person who could do a similar kind of work to the people that you found that from, even though you never actually met the person.
Yeah.
So she kind of like looks at the coach. She's like, I don't know if those are statement pieces or not, but they look like they have a specific kind of thing. I mean, I could, if they're not very important to you, I could probably strip some power off of them and use it.
I'm gonna take my cloak off that allows you to be immune to paralyze, charm, and petrification, and hand it over to her.
She looks at it. She kind of takes like this, what looks kind of like an ink press where you kind of like roll over and you roll back, kind of like that. She like takes the fabric of it. And she takes like the sleeve and she kind of like rolls it, and then she kind of like looks at like this, like a thing that recorded it. As she goes over and she like, opens up the cap and she's just looking. With the stone, this, if you want me to fully disenchant the coat, put in the blade. I would no longer have the blade hollow. The blade itself would now be more of a regular blade. It'd probably make it more of a clawed short sword than anything else. I'd say the wielder is immune to poison, disease, petrification. And then it gives you an extra amount of damage, I'd probably say. Let me roll to see what it would do. How much more damage it would do.
This would be for armor.
Oh, you want it for armor, not the
For
dagger?
armor, not
Okay.
dagger.
If you want me to use it to convert it into armor... Do you have any other metallic materials I could use? It is a small amount that I'd be using to convert this. I mean, I got this little dagger. I can't really convert it into a full piece of armor.
Let's see. I can give you a javelin.
That could work.
Would that work?
I got a couple javelins.
I mean, the more the merrier.
All right, here's 2 of my javelins.
Okay, so
Here
she's got...
is... Do you want... How many do you want? 1, 2, 3?
Just like
Will
pull
this take off
It's like
of
a
how
clown.
much I'll...
The more you
I'll
give
owe
me,
you?
the more I can use.
It's Mary
Let's do
Poppins'
3.
bag.
Honestly, 1 javelin.
So
2
how much? So
javelins.
between your amount of javelins, how many you give me? This will
3
actually make a
javelins.
difference.
I
Does
gave you
Lexi-
3.
3.
3, so 5 altogether.
Okay. 5. Okay. So you give 5 javelins. Make sure you take that out of your stock, because I know you guys only carry so many javelins. She takes them.
Yeah.
She looks at them.
Deleted them.
She's like, "All right. Well, I could actually make something pretty sweet off of this. Do you want medium or heavy?"
Let's do medium, because I would like to be able to walk around, and I'm not very stealthy as it is.
I think which one would be the best for this. This would be.
Yeah, I have medium, and it's still a disadvantage.
I'm already at disadvantage, I think.
Okay. Well, then you'll be good.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm just at regular. No, I'm
she's
at
like-
disadvantage.
She's like, I could make a pretty decent half plate with this, breastplate. Like I was saying, you'd have the immunity to petrification, poison, disease. It'd probably give you a good durability. Oh yeah, let me roll to see how effective the magic would be on it.
Wait, so to lose the charm? Because I have another cloak that has resistance to poisons, toxins, and paralysis. If you would rather use up that one.
I think I'm actually gonna wear that one
Okay, yeah,
instead.
sure.
And
Yeah.
the one that you're giving
Okay.
the blacksmith is it just is immune. you're resistant to the poison, petrification, disease, right?
Immune to paralyze, charm, and petrification.
Okay, so then this will have that ability, and
Okay.
with that, it would give you an additional +2 to your AC added to the breastplate being a 14 plus your dex modifier maximum 2.
Cool.
Due to the javelins you're putting into it, any martial weapon that you're wielding will have an additional reach of 5 feet.
Awesome. So, how many of the creature diamonds did she need to
Both
use
of them
for
to
it?
do this.
She needed 2?
Yeah, she needed 2 of them.
Okay.
Because that's what you
And
showed her,
then
so that's what she needs. That's what she's
How
basing this off of.
how much is it gonna cost me?
But this won't cost you anything. Because you're
Yeah,
forking
because
up
we
all
used
the
all of our
materials.
own materials.
Yeah, you put down all the materials. She's taken... What she's doing is she's taken everything that she's not going to use and she's keeping it for herself. So you're giving her the coat, she's
Okay.
stripping off the enchantment, she's keeping the material. You're giving her the stones, she's using the power of the stones to channel it, and then she's going to keep the actual artifact of the stone as profit. So
If I gave her more creature diamonds, would my AC go up more?
it would definitely give you some better stuff, yeah.
Can I give her 4 creature diamonds?
Okay, so then your AC would increase to a +3, and you... Because you can't get past +3. You would have... Let me think.
I'm still a little squishy, but that's okay.
You're less squishy now than you were.
I'm less squishy now.
Yeah, you're like Xander.
I've never been squishy before. I didn't like it.
Like, oh no, I actually hate this.
I know. Fuck me.
I'm gonna be punchy, and I don't need armor, and I don't like this.
I know.
These are hurt.
Nah, yes,
Does
still,
that
I
hit?
can't.
Of course it does.
she's like, well, I can definitely use the power out of all of them. I can really only go so far as getting you, like, which is +3. She's like, I can take the rest of the material and I can definitely give you some money for it if you want.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so she's gonna give you +3 instead of +2. Still has the immunities and gives you the +5 to reach on martial weapons. And then she's gonna give you 10 platinum.
Yay.
Okay, so you can put 10 platinum
I'm
in there.
flat.
And then I gotta make the
you.
weapon for you, or make the armor for you. So
Okay,
you won't be able to get it back anyway, because she's like, I'm a little bit backed up. I could probably get it to you in 3 days' time.
Okay.
What about you? Do you need anything?
Do you want this sword?
What? The,
It's the
what?
same snake-shaped dagger.
Oh, it's just you're doing the other dagger.
No, it's the dagger.
The original.
You didn't use it. You used
Oh,
the javelins.
I was like, I mean, I could take it off your hands. It definitely has its uses. Could probably give you about 100 for it.
100 gold.
Mhm.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so you get 100 gold. She takes the dagger from you. Well, if that's all, that I gotta get back to some smithing until my husband get back. So hopefully you both have a splendid day. And if you need anything, feel free to come back.
Appreciate it.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
So long. And if you need anything again, my name is Krista.
Thank you, Krista.
You're welcome. All right. To group 2, we're going to switch it over to Helga and Xander. So heading your way down the steps and you're making your way through the canals, you're able to get your way into a large, open, underground, torch lit up area. Has 3 kind of a little bit butchered statues. One of them is one that looks like it's specifically for... looks like it's the god of the sea, based off of this specific base to it. Another one looks like it's kind of maybe a warrior god, due to its holding a spear in its hand and a shield on its side. And the other one looks like it's specifically some kind of god of maybe fertility, due to the fact that it's holding a child in its hand.
Oh.
But there are many people that are praying here. There is no line.
Okay.
It's just find a spot, and they got like, there's anywhere from however you want to pray to having, there's someone that's actually selling tarot cards, to already candles already set to be lit, to different kind of spots where there's material to make your own kind of crosses. The whole setup.
Okay.
The person who's selling the tarot cards actually looks like a witch. And it looks like what she's doing is she's actually making custom tarot cards per consumer.
Okay, it's flavorful.
I was gonna say, I'm following your lead, Xander. I don't know.
Sure. I guess we'll wait in the Congo line. I don't know how long it's going to take for these people, but we'll try to.
It looks like just to
up there.
find a spot, because there's plenty of space to go, it only is going to take you 5 minutes. Like, it's not like it's
Okay.
like one per person. It's just like,
Oh,
when there's a spot available, take it, and it can hold like 20 people at a time. So it's just like, people are saying their
Yep.
prayers. Some of them are taking longer than others, but it's not like backed up too much.
sure. So yeah, we'll wait till we can get a spot, and then I will start praying.
So yeah, it don't take you too long. You do find a spot. You're able to find a spot like in front of the warrior god.
Sure.
They're pretty tall statues, probably about 10 feet in height, but you're able to pray in front of it however you want to do it.
Sure, and I'm not praying to that warrior god specifically.
No, these are
I'm-
just
yeah.
are just there to.
They're just there.
Yeah, they're just there. Yeah.
Okay. So I am praying to Zula for to ask her. We just got out of this outburst of storm of devils and demons, and we are preparing for the storm ahead of us. And we seek your guidance. Coming ahead.
If you, like I said last time,
Yes.
if you can reach
And,
out to her, just
Yeah, and I'll have
Take
a
her-
hand on your shoulder as well to say I have another follower. That is
follower's a little strong.
Okay.
I just got out of a toxic relationship with another potential deity. Like, friendship first. Like,
Okay.
let's-
So what are you asking?
Seeking
What are
an
you asking of
audience.
her?
Seeking an audience.
What are you asking? Her?
So, try to find out more information about like the fallout, what went down, more information about what went
why you
down,
couldn't reach out to her.
why we were blocked from her communication wise, and then preparing for the journey ahead.
Okay, since you're
what
also
should-
trying to channel Helga into you, Helga, I need you to make me a religion check.
Oh, good. This'll go well.
Do you want me to roll one as well?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You already got attuned to Zula.
12.
Not bad. I need you to get at least 10, so you're fine. So, as you both close your eyes, immediately, Xander, you know when you got a connection. It only takes a few seconds. Immediately,
Sweet.
Helga, if you are pressing your hand on like on his shoulder or something like that, you immediately
Yeah.
get pulled into him. Not like your body is, but you feel like you're getting, like he's a conduit, and you're getting pulled through him into the statue. And
Oh
you
God,
immediately
this is
just
creepy.
get pulled out of your body and you feel weightless as you kind of feel like you're getting sucked up into like the clouds as you just get like pulled through the ceiling and then just get thrown into the sky as you're like hanging on to Xander's hand as he's kind of like almost flying you up in the sky as he's just taking this just like a normal day.
Helga has no bearing, so I'd imagine that she's floating upside down.
Yeah, like you're like hanging onto her by your leg. Like, what are you doing? Come on.
Yeah. I
Be
don't
more
like
magnificent.
that.
It's okay.
But by the time
I
you hit
don't
the
think I
clouds,
like flying.
by the time you hit the clouds, you start to slow down until you just gently rest upon the clouds, as where it looks fluffy, but you are actually on a solid surface. The clouds to you now are just a fog on the floor. You actually don't even see the world beneath you. The clouds are literally the surface of this realm. Compared to any other time that anybody has been into a godly realm, instead of starting in darkness, this is starting in light. As you just see her now kind of like in this throne, and she's got a harp in her hand, and she's just playing on the harp as every time she's pulling on a string, it is actually striking storms around her. But not so much that she's actually creating like weather effects on the ground, she's just entertaining herself right now.
Badass.
as she just kind of just starts doing this to it as the wind starts kind of like going around her. And then she just kind of just poofs the herb away. She just kind of stands up with grace. As Helga, you now see the height of her as you see like these draped shears, but also has kind of like a spiked like light armor on her. And then she's naturally always has kind of like a staff in her hand, but she randomly changes it into the musical instrument of her choice whenever she does. But the staff itself naturally has like this hollowed out spot that you see like a lightning bolt constantly bouncing back and forth down, like it's trapped inside of her staff.
Dope.
Yeah.
This is very different from the last time I
Oh,
talked to
but-
someone. Like, I'm uncomfortable, and I don't think I like heights. I
Oh,
don't
it'll be
think
great.
I don't think I like heights.
Xander, the Magnificent.
How
are we doing
today? The storm god. Thank you for seeking audience with us.
It's feels like it's been a while. I felt like you were amiss yesterday, and I couldn't figure out
Yes.
earlier today, and I couldn't figure out what it was. But nonetheless, you're here, and you brought yourself a friend. Hello,
Yes.
friend.
Yes.
Helga is just like jaw dropped, like just dumbfounded because she's like in like a new environment, new laws of physics, and then like it's just such a stark contrast from any interaction she's previously had with Tor. So she's just like, hi? I'm really
Hi.
confused.
There's no
My
reason for you
name's
to be afraid.
Helga.
I don't hurt. There's no reason. You're a friend of Xander's, so you're a friend of mine.
Yes.
Well,
She is my
that's
guide in the
nice.
last world.
Oh,
In the
oh,
last
wow, your guide. Oh, very good, very good.
Yes.
I try to be. I'm learning to be better.
Yes. This is my friend who was misled by that former demon god thing that was named Tor that we were fighting against. And we came to seek some guidance from you because he just kind of, I think our last communication was we found the body of the Apocalypse, Malik, and then Tor kind of interfered, got this body. It was a whole thing. And now Kilaed is under
Gone.
siege.
Kilaed is gone.
Kilaed is gone, for all we know. I tried reaching out, but I couldn't get through to you.
Yeah, I was quite scared. After I lost connection with you, I decided to look, and I saw it in the ruins. And I'm glad to hear your contact that you're fine. As she just kind of now, with your information, even though she's content with your answer, the overall development is straining her. And she kind of like walks back, and she kind of, leans on the chair and kind of comes back, and then she turns her staff into like a lute as she just starts like playing like a soothing song to herself as she's trying to like think. Well, you are in quite a pickle now, aren't you? Whether of anybody's fault, someone summoned devils into a world where they cannot exist. So now they reside. I have a feeling that's what you came for me for, so what is it that you require?
I guess who would be capable of summoning demons to the world? And then how do we stop such a power such as that?
I believe both questions resolve around the same answer. You just need the right scripture. Anybody can summon a devil into our realm. It's just
Terrifying.
well, honestly, you're coming here and speaking to a god. We're just as important
Yeah.
in the 9 realms as devils
Trust
are.
me. It's culture shock all around.
As much as I do not like them, there is a balance. Just as we cannot be pulled into your realm without help, devils are the same way. The only difference is due to my specific lord, there are rules for devils. A single patron can't just ask them to be summoned into your realm. They must be summoned due to a specific scripture. Most of it is hard to find. But with the right help and the right assistance, and maybe someone who just knows the right verbiage, quite easy. I'm guessing someone in Kilaed, practice. It's not something you just read a book and just magically appears. You need to know the exact dialect with the exact right accent. And you need a proper power source. It's one thing to say you can summon one devil, but to summon all 7 at once is another thing. There's probably about 3 scenarios where this could work. Either A, someone's been practicing for over 1,000 years and has literally obtained every scripture known to your kind about summoning devils, which is highly unlikely. We would have known that all the scriptures would have been missing. 2 is if another god did it, but I can't imagine one of my brethren would have done it. Or 3, they had a powerful conduit. Someone who could have channeled the power of the spell itself.
Would it, pardon me for not knowing exactly, but would it be 1 scripture per devil? So are we looking at 7 scriptures, or are we looking at, 2 for 1 special over here?
Depends.
Like,
it could just be 1 scripture. These things are not just find a piece of paper and read from it. You have to read-scribe it yourself. So, theoretically, if someone is smart enough and they did it correctly, they could have made a scripture that contains 7 devils in it. You can't just rent one from the local
Blockbuster.
the local library and decide to start reading it in there. They're not going to summon that way. Not even demons can be done that way. You need to write it in your own words for it to work.
So someone could have found the scriptures and just worded it in a way to bring them all here.
Essentially. But for it to work properly, they would have needed the right conduit. Essentially, the best way to use a conduit is if you're willing and able to get, theoretically, the oldest living race is an elf. Be able to get a full-blooded elf that's at least 1,000 years old, that's probably the weakest conduit you could find.
I just look over at Xander, all right.
Yeah.
Now,
Fair enough.
this conduit has to be willing. This is what you're thinking. Wherever is the conduit, they must be alive and willing to do this. They're literally channeling a very, 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 very dark enchantment through their body to create a portal. It won't kill them, but those devils' lifelines are now eternally linked to that one mortal. Therefore, those devils can't die without that enchantment being broken.
What about reanimated? Does it have to be fresh live, or could it have been dead and brought back and now counts as alive?
You can't use undead for it. Undead cannot bring devils into this world compared to popular belief. If you could use undead, warlocks would be doing it all the time.
So maybe the body wasn't the exact catalyst for it.
Maybe the body wasn't dead.
I never said the
Maybe it
body was
was just-
dead. I said the body was in a
Right.
coma.
That's what I was. Yeah, I was
Right.
just maybe the body was just comatose.
Sure.
It's all
And
coming.
then maybe the caster was somebody working with Tor, or it's the god fills the god spec.
Shit, it could just be Tor himself. Fuck it. I mean, he's already been here.
No,
someone
she's-
else could have fallen under the same situation I was in. Maybe it was someone who didn't heed his warning. I don't know. This is new to me.
Right.
For all I know, I could have done it. I don't know. I was the one who was tasked to find it, so
You were tasked to find the sword. Not so much the body.
She just looks at you. You two think that you had a part to play in this?
We didn't feel like we were lifting her curse from Tor by finding the sword,
by finding
which we came to find out is one of the blades of Bahamut. And by finding that, we found the body, but yet we were still powerless to do. We felt we were powerless to do anything to stop it.
She steps up, not to like be angry, but she steps up in a stern visage. Resummons her loot back into her staff. Whether it's your fault or not, responsibility must be put on blame. And only take a few days before my olders will start asking questions of us youngers.
Right.
So, before it comes down to my patrons, let's move ahead of this, shall we?
Absolutely.
You both came here for a reason. I'm now going to give you a purpose. You, Xander, have already gotten my grace. I've already imbued you with my magic. You, Helga, have a lot more to prove. You want to be... You want the true huntsman god, and I can be that for you. But I don't know you. I allow you here because you're his friend. You have friends. You have a team. If you want to take advantage of this, then I have a way to lift this burden off your chest.
I'd greatly appreciate that. I mean, came with Xander specifically to... I wanted to thank you in person for offering him that compass, because without that compass to be able to help me, I probably wouldn't be here. I mean, I don't think any of us, given the circumstances in Kilaed, might not be here, but I definitely appreciate, and I'm trying to be more grateful in the gifts that are given to me, and not take everything for granted. So,
well, I appreciate that. She goes over to Xander. The gift I gave to you, you don't need it anymore, as she pulls the compass away from you.
Yep.
She takes that energy without pulling it back to herself all the way. She pushes it over to Helga. You have not fully earned my trust yet, but I'm going to give you the chance to earn it. As she presses this against your chest without touching, staying about 5 feet away. As it immediately...
Helga just gets flashbacks of when Tor put the handprint on her, and she's like a frozen deer in headlights. Her ears are all stiff, and she's just like, oh god, not again, not again, not again.
As immediately every piece of clothing you have has what looks like a little bit of a blue tint to it. A little bit of a glow that has her extension of power on you. This will help you with where you need to go. As she takes a finger and she tries to shock you, as immediately the power of the implements that she gave to you have now absorbed it.
Ooh. Well, thank you. Blue actually looks pretty good on me, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little change of pace.
It's like silvers, blues, and reds. Kind of like that, because you have a lot of red, so it kind of like mixes like your fur with like a little bit of blues in there, and then any part that's metal has like silver. As she looks, there's a man who has been giving many gods unease. He has become a bit of a burden. I like to think that if I can come to my family with an answer to this before they figure out what the whole problem is with the sevens, I can get some graces before they start searching for mortals. You do this for me, it's 2 birds, 1 stone. Not only will it help lift a little bit of your conscious guilt, you will now be within my service. As much as Xander is.
I will do my best to not let you down. Do I have a time limit? I'm kind of used to having time limits on my...
I like to think that normally I would not do this, but due to 3 days probably being the time...
I'd imagine sooner rather than later?
Sooner rather than later.
Is this individual in the Heartland? or the area that we're
Heartwind.
or Heartwind, sorry.
He
that
is
we're in?
not. He is in the most southern continent of Aegis Island. Make your way there. Head to the furthest south portion of Aegis Island. You will meet a envoy of mine. He's a little odd. But
Does your envoy have a name, ma'am?
just everybody's like looking at me. It's like, what are you gonna say?
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
Helga's just trying to be respectful, so she's like, ma'am, trying to get
he
the
has
information.
made Curran's Gap as his home. He goes by the name Engie.
Aww.
Find him. He usually finds himself at the tavern. He'll give you more information that you need. Just be warned, he is an oddity, to say the least.
Well, thankfully, so are we.
You will have
But
this
we're
in
the best
common.
kind of up.
He will give you the information he needs, but he cannot help. Meet up with him. You will take it from there. I must let you know that this task I'm giving you is not easy. Prepare yourselves. Think of this as the best way to win the heart of a god. Therefore, it is not an easy task to be had. I will not also force your friends to do this unlately. For the return of a completed mission, I will reward you all with a vestige of my power.
Well, I have
Greatly.
only sung and played of your graces, so they are already.
I'm sure they are
appreciate all
loving
you've
it.
done.
You know
Oh,
how
yes.
to, as what you mortals call, raise the roof.
Whoop,
Yes.
whoop, as the immortals say.
Uh,
We definitely
Um,
try and get the crowd going for him, that's for sure.
yes.
So, I'm sure that
And-
you have your own things to do. I will not waste your
Sure.
time. But I'd also like this to be safe. If for some reason you get there and you feel this is too much, I would rather not have you risk your lives unnecessarily.
Well, we will give it our all.
Risking my life is what I do best.
We will give it our all for you. So, you've definitely earned our respect, and we want to earn yours. So,
I appreciate that.
I guess another question I had, besides your guidance, was there was another another person who worshipped you that we came across. I forget what the giant's name is. Out of context. That we met.
One
And
with the
Kilaed.
chimera?
Yeah.
Valerophon.
Valerophon. Is Valerophon still with us, or is he no longer?
Do
among
not worry
us?
about him. He does not die so easily.
Cool.
Himself and his new compatriot are doing just fine. They were able to make their way out. I'm not a big fan of him becoming friends with his Destiny-long rival, but they said that they had a convincing reason to be friends. So who am I to disagree?
Thank you. That'll put our friend Meeksus in good spirits, and
I'm
he
glad
was
to
a
make
great
the
fun
little one
acquaintance
happy.
as well. Absolutely. And then the last thing is Kilaed worth saving? Is there anything left of it? Is there any way we can redeem ourselves and try to save the island?
I'm sorry, no. Kilaed is far past lost. Anybody left there is hopefully able to escape on their own, but you were saved by the patron. I couldn't have done any more than what she did.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate your honesty, and we look forward to the journey ahead.
They said we were pulled away we were saved for a reason. Do you know what that reason entails?
I do not. But if it wasn't for that reason, I would not be planting you with this task.
Fair enough.
No.
There is trust, and there is fate. I like to believe in both. I'm trusting you with this task because I believe that fate is destining for you to do something greater.
I'd like to think that too.
So, be great. As she goes down and she just pushes down on both your heads as you get just pushed back down through the clouds and back into your bodies.
Oh god, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
As all of a sudden, you just, as soon as you get back, like if someone is in the bathroom, to like, hey, come on! You've been there for like 20 minutes. We gotta get in this too.
Oh, Sandra, I feel so good. That was not.
Oh,
okay,
no! Don't you barf on the statue! Don't you do it!
That was awesome.
Okay, Sandra, maybe next time I'll just close my eyes and then I'll wake up and then I'll be like, oh look, we're at the top of the clouds, and then I'll close my eyes and be like, oh look, we're back on the ground. Like, all right, cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Okay.
Good time. Thanks for coming, Hot. I appreciate it.
So, last but not least, Mixus. So after everybody leaves, you make your way over to the tea den.
Yep.
Of the lighthearted. At this point, there is a different attendant there. You find a younger human, female, has blonde hair tied up the exact same way as the older female, wearing similar clothing.
You mean the goblin?
No, I'm talking about the tea attendant. The goblin is the inn attendee.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
The person that was at the tea center before was an older lady with silver grayish hair.
Yeah, okay. I'm just like gonna go like stare at the wall and be like, oh.
So you see that behind the attendant, there's a lot more conventional teas. The standard stuff you'd normally find. On the wall that you can like go through the whole wall, like from ceiling to floor, looks like realm-based teas. You have the Fey Fair, which looks like it's a grassier, kind of like a fresh tea. You have the Shadowfell, which is a black and purple, and it looks like a specific kind of tea that's meant from the Shadowfell realm. You have the Ghastly, which looks like it's one specifically from the Haunted realm. You got different teas that are like a whole shelf of teas that are from different realms. So it's like the one that's behind her are teas that are made from this realm, and the one by the wall that you're at are teas from other realms. And it looks like specifically the tea from other realms have some kind of temporary magical implement to them. Like drinking this tea allows you to have this kind of ability for a temporary amount of time.
Ooh. I'm gonna be like hopping up and down at the wall, just like in excitement, while I read, and be like, oh, really? Oh.
The lady comes over. It's like, hi, I'm Devine.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good. Oh, you have a lot of cool teas.
Oh yes, I definitely enjoy them. I mean, it's always nice to. I never get to go over to the other realms, but it's always nice to get a taste of different locations.
You ever been to any of the other realms?
Unfortunately not. Oh. I mean, we don't really have any magical abilities to transport. We're not really that powerful or have that kind of currency to do it.
There's no... Wait, you guys don't have any portals?
I mean, there's no portals around here, and we don't have the money to pay to get transported through one.
Oh. There's not a powerful enough druid to just open a tree?
I mean, there's a local wizard and druid, but you got to pay for services.
Oh. Okay. Huh. Weird. That must be a funny thing about this realm.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure where you're from, but around here, people like to make coin for services.
From the Feywilds.
Really? Oh.
Yeah!
I've always wanted to go.
Yeah, it's fun, but it depends on which area you're going. It is, and you would definitely need a guide if you've never been to any of the other realms. Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely.
I mean, like, I read up on all the realms all the time, and I like, I might be going there a little touristy, but I almost like, if I ever go, I already kind of have a map of where to and where to not go, and I've heard some.
Okay,
so many
where were you?
stories-
Okay, you intrigue me. Tell me where you would like to go.
Well, there's this. There's a town called Vasquez over there, and it's. I don't know if you've ever been there, but I've been told that it's like it's where you go to if you're not a tourist, but you go there and like it's I was told it's like this big vast area that's surrounded by waterfalls, and it just sounds so much fun. And I was just told to stay around the surrounding areas because it has a lot of weird like snake-like creatures that also have magical powers, and I don't want to do the touristy thing, but I want to enjoy the reasons why the Feywild is popular.
Oh. Well, if you're gonna go there, you will definitely want to go swimming in the one lake that is like the biggest waterfall. There's a lake right underneath, and now don't go swimming at dawn break or at dusk, because that's when all the creatures are in there, and they like their time, and they do not like to share. So you have to go during the day. And you would only well, you're short enough, you should be okay. Yeah, and so then, and if also you're going to that place, well, if you're trying to find the little snake creatures, well, you can actually, there's a couple of places where you can actually just, talk to them, and then they'll show you some areas, yeah.
She immediately, pulls, this notebook, a journal, out of, her skirt, and you see it, has, 10 tabs on it. She immediately, goes over to the tab that's green. She's like, oh! She starts writing it down this goal that she's got, as she's it's her to-do journal, whenever she goes traveling, kind of like that, is she immediately writes down the waters and stuff like that. Don't do this at night and all that kind of thing. She's like, oh, that's perfect, thank you.
So where else are you thinking that you would want to go?
I know it's a little weird, but I actually would like to go to the Shadowfell realm. I've been told it's actually if you know where to go, it can actually be a fun time, but I was definitely given the 90% of the places not to go to. So I know where I need to go to and not where I need to not go to. And it just sounds like that 10% is a great time. I just got to stick in that little spot.
Only go during winter.
Winter. Never heard that one before. She immediately opens up to the purple page and she starts writing down, only go in winter. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Because then you won't have to worry as much. It's not as bad. It's a little bit more tame. There's a lot of creatures that actually are hibernating, so you should be fine.
But isn't there winter all night? So isn't the vampires able to roam all over the place during winter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's better in winter than
Okay.
in summer or spring. Yeah.
Well, is there any teas you want?
Well, I'm trying to figure out, how did you guys get all these teas from the different
Well,
realms?
we have different vendors that actually live in different realms, and then we exchange goods
okay.
for their goods, and then they bring us different kind of plants and different kind of herbs from their spot, and we convert them into teas. My grandmother actually is an herbalist, and she actually uses her druidic powers to actually enchant many of the herbs that are brought over. So all these are actually amplified with her magic.
Cool.
So
It's really
she's
cool.
actually able to go over to the other realms, but she says I'm not old enough to go yet. So maybe in a couple years I can go.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 16.
Oh my god, you're an infant!
Oh, I mean, I'm young, yeah, but in 2 more years I can go.
So you're saying that you can go when you're... Wait, you said you were 16?
Yeah, I'm 16, so I can go when I'm 18.
How how many suns is that? How many moons is that? I don't know. How does that work in this realm?
Depending on what year you're talking about, that's probably about, I mean, there's four lunars per year, so,
Oh, okay.
so it'd be like
Okay.
60.
You're still gonna be, you're gonna still be very young. Wow. Wow. I have outfits that are older than you. Wow. Anyways, so do you have any dragon teeth?
We have actually. She kind of pulls you down about another 10 feet, as there's just a straight column of different kind of dragon teeth based on the kind of dragon it is. So they start off at the bottom with ancient dragon, all the way at the top they got young dragon, in the middle is the adult dragon, and then they got them color coded, so black, red, white, blue, green, and then they even have cobalt dragons as far as teeth for them.
So, and I pull my tea out. So nothing like this.
What tea do you have?
I have from the green dragon.
She does point to it, and she does. There is an ancient green dragon tea. It looks a little different, but it actually, the one that you see that they have actually looks more refined, and actually it's not saying it's better, but it looks like what a grandma did to it actually makes it maybe more impactful when you drink it.
Very cool. Do you have a sampler?
I mean, I can.
Of different teas?
Do you just want a couple packs to take with you, or do you want to try one right now?
Oh, I don't know. What do you suggest?
I mean, are you going anywhere, or are you gonna stay here for a little bit?
I'm probably gonna, do a little bit of moseying. I might go see the blacksmith. It sounded interesting.
Well, here,
I was gonna go to the tavern eventually.
I'll give you a couple testers to take with you, and if you want to come back to try some, you can. So she kind of goes back and she grabs you she makes a box, and then she puts in a single half sample of every dragon tea that she's got, and she just boxes up, and you see in the box she wraps it up and actually has a logo of someone actually hand burned a dragon face on it. She's like, my gift to you, you gave me some knowledge, here is some tea, try it, and if you want some more, come down and share some with me. I would like to hear some more stories from you.
And I get the big doe eyes, this is the sweetest thing I've ever had.
Well, you gave me some fun stories, so the least I can do is give you a few testers to take with you. But come back and try some more with me, and whenever you got some time and you just want to drink a tea with a friend, I will be here for you.
What's your name again? Sorry.
My name is Darveen.
Darveen? I'm Mixus.
Nice to meet you, Mixus.
And if you ever go to the Feywilds, you should go to the prairie. It's the best place. You'll see all the land creatures. They're fun.
She immediately opens up the book, goes to the green tab. She's like, go to the prairie, find the creatures. Got it.
And if you see a large, glowy-looking stag that's white with coppery antlers, that's my friend. He's mine.
Oh.
And I've had him since he was a very little baby. And don't be surprised if he just pops out of existence for a second.
Well, that is interesting, but I will make sure I keep out for him. Does he have a name?
Yeah. His name is not something that you guys could really pronounce. You guys don't have the right tongue.
I understand. It's okay.
But I guess you could call him Fred if you want.
Fred? Oh.
Fred, yeah, you could
Fred
call
the
him
Stag.
Fred.
Okay.
I guess that's something that's probably the best that you don't call him for when you get there, don't call out Fred, because he probably will look at you like, what the fuck? Because he won't know what you mean, because his language is a little bit different. and it would be really hard with like. I've noticed that humans have a really weird way of speaking, and so I don't think it would be able to be said correctly.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Well, either way, it was a pleasure, and I hope I can see you again.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna run back upstairs to put the tea away. And I'm also gonna grab my shell because I'm like, I don't know, I might need a turtle around. So I'm taking my shell. And then I'm gonna go out into the courtyard and I'm gonna be very distracted by all the things. And I'm gonna be like, what's this? What's that? What's this?
What's this?
What's
I see
this?
it in the air.
There's,
And then I'm gonna make my way to the blacksmith.
Okay. Just like
go
I
in
mentioned
there.
before, you go in the blacksmith. They don't reach down as low as you, but there is like chandeliers of swords, axes, pikes, and everything just hanging from the ceilings. Not gently
And
put up on shelves, but they're just hanging there by chains.
I'm pretty sure, because I'm so small, when I go into the, they probably didn't see me come in, I'm sure.
Well, it dinged the bell. It's like, hello?
Would I've seen them before they saw me?
Yeah, I mean, it's a male Goliath. You can see them over the counter.
Okay, I'm going to speak in giant, be like, hello!
Oh! Such a loud language from such a little one. Oh! Hi!
How are you? And I'm just speaking in giant.
He speaks him back in giant. I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
Pretty good. By the way, I love what you've done with the place. It's so pretty.
Oh, thank you. My wife decorated it. This is all her.
It's super cool. I can see how that might be difficult for some people if they're tall, but I really like it.
Wait, I've seen you before. You were the one who talked to me in the line.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah, that's me. Hi.
Hi. What's your name? Sorry, that's very bold. I'm Mixus, but what's your name?
I'm Tarf.
Hi, Tarf. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Because you seem to be pretty skilled in all things. I have this thing, and I pull out the shell and be like, have this.
Okay.
And I got it in a dead volcano. It's the shell of a creature. And I was wondering if you could do something with it. Because I'm very tiny. I've been using it as a shield.
Like, I assume you gotta
thing.
put it over your head. You gotta try to lift it up to give
Yeah.
it to him, kind of
I
thing.
was like, I'm very tiny, and I've been using it as a shield pretty much because I completely, disappear behind it. And I used it as a sled. It's pretty, and I used it as a bed also. But I was thinking it could be used as some kind of thing to help me, because I am very squishy. And this realm is really... I found out that this realm is really dangerous. And it's not... And I thought it was not as dangerous as it was when I first came here, but it's been really dangerous. And I think I might need some kind of protection of some sort.
Definitely need to be around here. I'll definitely tell you that. Well, it did. He knocks on it. It's definitely very, very sturdy, whatever this is.
It was a creature. It was like a crabby creature that was down in the volcano, dead volcano. They climbed on the walls and all these things. Yeah, and they made clicky sounds and all these
You
weird
have some
things.
adventures. I like it.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was fun but scary at the same time. And then we finally got at the bottom of this volcano. I've never been in a volcano before, but it was pretty cool. And there was these soldiers there, and because there was giant stairs going down in the volcano, they were really, really big, as big as me. Well, actually taller than me. So I had to actually use the actual shell as a sled. My friend like tied it to a rope, and she just like pulled me along because I couldn't get down the stairs. So yeah.
You definitely live a very exciting life.
Yeah, well, it's kind of fun. I mean, I came here for an adventure, and I followed some people through a portal into this realm, and I've been to a lot of different places. I've actually been on this part of the realm before, but not this area. It looked a little bit different, and I followed these people, and then they were talking to all of these like higher up people, and it got really boring and all this blah 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 talk. So I just kind of walked away and found myself on an island where there was a dead volcano, and then there was these wandering greens, and there was a giant green dragon, and he became my friend, and then I met all these other people, and they were my friends, and then we ended up on a mission and going into the actual volcano, and that's where I found this creature. Well, actually, we killed the creature, and then I dug all its insides out of this shell so I could wear it as like kind of a shield. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I definitely want to make it useful for you because you put in a lot of effort to get this. So let's make this work.
Yeah.
So he kind of like looks at you and he's like, all right, so you're currently wearing simple leathers.
Yeah, I don't want to wear anything too crazy because obviously I need to move around, and also I need to be able to move on. I have a stag, so I need to be able to actually ride my stag. So it can't be too clunky because obviously I don't I don't know, like, all the people around here that have, like, horses and stuff, they have these things called saddles, which, why do you use a saddle? Like, how are you supposed to move with the animal if you're in a saddle? That's so weird. It's all clunky and such. So, yeah.
Well, I could make you something that could go underneath your clothing. Like a chain shirt, if you'd like.
Out of this?
Yeah.
Really? And it would be as strong as it is?
I could probably add some magical implements if you want.
Oh.
The shield,
Okay.
the armor itself is not magical, but it is quite thick, so I could weave it into a chain-like mesh, something just a little bit, almost as powerful as mithril, but not quite there.
Okay.
You could wear it underneath your outfit, and if you have anything magical you could put into it, or otherwise if you want to give me a little more money, I could use something on my own stock and put it in there for my wife to do.
Let me see what I have. And I start, like, looking in my pockets.
I'll tell you the same thing I told them. You can use your robe, too.
I mean, it's not magical, but I have a diamond. And I have an engagement ring. That's a diamond.
Well, the diamond would be good
I knew
for.
it was gonna come up.
The diamond would be good for a conduit. I don't want to ask why you have an engagement ring. I don't want to ask why you have an engagement ring, but he like looks at it. It's like there's really no like magical properties to it. There's nothing I can really do with it.
This, and I hand up the scrolls. I have some
which-
scrolls.
Which scrolls are they?
I have disguise myself, gravity, something,
Fissure.
and power word done.
What was the second one?
It's like gravity.
I think it was
fissure?
gravity fissure.
Fissure, yeah. And then power word stun.
Okay. So power word stun, gravity fissure,
Disguise
and
self.
disguise self.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have the scrolls. I don't know. I don't know what. I mean, I figured out what I was able to figure out what kind of spells they were, but that's about it. I'm not very spelly.
Well,
I have a little bit of
unfortunately, scrolls only used for one purpose and just to say the words and then they go away. So I couldn't really pull the
Oh.
magic out of them as a permanent thing for it. If you got something a little bit more solid, I could do it.
I have 2 pocket squares, silk pocket squares. Would that help?
You're kind of now confusing me
us
how
just
you have all these
pulling.
random things, but okay. I mean, I can use something on my stock if you want me to. It's just gonna cost a little more money.
Oh.
I can definitely take the diamonds and I guess the engagement ring off your hands for some of the payment. if that's what you want to do.
I have a lot. I didn't bring a lot into this realm.
Oh, I'm
So-
sorry. Well, I mean,
Ah,
with the diamonds and the armor, I can make you like a little bit more of a durable chain shirt. So basically a +1 chain shirt with what you're giving, but you'd still have to pay for it because you don't really have anything to make up for the yeah.
sure.
For a +1 chain shirt, and I can use the rest of the diamond for my own services. Probably about 500 gold pieces.
Do not have that kind of money.
If you're able to procure something that can take some of the labor off of me, I could definitely get it to you as a cheaper option.
Which would it be to just put some straps into the shell?
You just want straps? Well, I mean, it wouldn't work for you because it's too big. It's like Toyster size, so it wouldn't necessarily work.
Be able to turtle shell it anymore?
He's just like, well, give me a persuasion check. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Not with that. I got a 10.
He's like, you know, I want to help you out. We do have a lot of business that we're going through right now, so it's, you know, I can maybe set you up something. If you're tight for coin, you can always come back, or you know, if you are able to help us out with some issues, we could cut off the cost.
Any issues? And what is this word, issues?
Problems.
Problems. Oh, problems. Okay. What kind of problems?
We have some. We get a lot of our goods importing and exporting. Unfortunately, we have to get them sometimes from the Nelithir Kingdom, and there has been a lot of Nelithir troops that have been attacking a lot of our traders, which have making them less eager to come over and drop off a lot of the iron and metal for us. Seems to be the same group of 4. If you could persuade them to leave our carts alone, I can...
Hey, where are they located?
They're located about a couple miles south of the encampment. If you can convince them to leave my traders alone, I'll make you the armor that you need, take the items that I got from you, the shell, the diamonds, and I will use my own stock to put in a magical implement, and I won't charge you.
Might be able to do that. I don't know yet, but I could see possibly. I have to go see Princess Seraphina tomorrow. She wants something from my group first,
Okay.
but possibly it or
Well, I mean, this isn't a time thing. I mean, we're very busy, so if you're able to, you know, if it's tomorrow, if it's at the end of the week, if it's next month, the offer still stands.
do you mind if I take my shell back for now? Because it is my bed.
I don't want to keep it. Take it back.
Okay.
And
Thank
take your
you.
diamonds. Take your shell.
Okay.
I can. I mean, I'll remember you, and then when you come back, I'll just make sure I still honor the agreement, unless for some reason someone else is taking care of the problem for us. But if the problem still persists, I'll still leave that offer on the table for you.
Okay. I'm gonna look around. Is any of the like, is there any of like can I see any of the stuff that like I potentially would know that our other people were there beforehand, before me?
And nothing has been restocked, so you wouldn't have seen anything that they would have dropped off yet.
No, like so I wouldn't have seen like any of Finra's stuff
No,
that she left or anything.
No, because it'd be being used to make their
Oh, okay.
the armor.
Okay. I was just curious because I was gonna see if I saw one of the diamonds, so it'd be like, huh, funny.
Nope,
Why?
because he's using that as a like a magical, like he's using it as like a magnifying glass to transfer
Right.
over the magical properties.
Okay. I just thought maybe if it was sticking out, all I would have said was like, "Huh, that's funny. You guys in this realm just like to use people's like pieces of their flesh. It's weird." That's what I would have said if I saw it.
Okay, but yeah, they're not there. Okay, so anybody else?
Thank you.
You are
I
quite
want to go
welcome.
shopping.
You want to
Yes.
go shopping?
Yeah, I haven't got to do like the
No,
stalls
she
of the
didn't
tents
get
like
to
I
go.
said at
I
the
did
top.
my shopping.
Okay.
She didn't
And
do her
then, and then
shopping.
it was.
Okay.
So I'm
Oh,
just
guys,
gonna
did
go
you
mosey
wanna
around
do
and
that
go
as
find
well?
a tree, and go sit in a tree
Eventually.
for a while.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Sounds good. So you go find a tree and you go hang out in the tree for a little bit.
Yes, with my
Alright.
shell.
Renora and Finra. So where do you want to go?
I wanted to go to the stalls and then over to the tents.
Okay. To the stalls.
Because you said that there was like stalls here, so like we're staying here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We
so,
went this way.
Yep.
We were gonna walk
so
past the
there's-
stalls on
like
the way
I said,
to
there's the
tents.
produce one. There's the books, and then
Mhm.
there is one that has some basic armor and a couple of magical implements. You can see that what's on there is what looks like a couple shields. Looks like plate mail, ring mail, a half plate, and it looks like a few swords and one axe that are enchanted.
Okay. Can you tell? Is it like? Can you see what enchantment is, or you can just?
Yeah,
tell
they're
that's
actually
enchanted?
like have like wooden labels like beneath them hanging from the actual frame that holds the one. So one of the swords is just simply just a +1 longsword.
Okay.
No additional magical properties. Another one is a short sword, but the handle itself is curved like a snake, so it's almost kind of like curved on your hand, but also as a basket guard. And it's an enhanced flame tongue short sword, so it naturally has fire attached to it once you're implemented. But the enhancement part of it is it has charge counters. You have a total of 5. You spend 1. Your slashing damage and your fire damage is doubled for the turn.
Cool. How much is that one? Is there like a price listed next to it, or is that just
It's 300 gold pieces.
300? Okay.
There is the venoms. There's the venom blade, which is another long sword. It's specifically black handle, black guard, black blade, with a singular magenta stripe going down the middle of the blade. It is a +2 longsword, and it does poison damage.
Okay.
If, when you're swinging for the poison, and you get a natural 20, that person is now inflicted with a permanent poison for 10 turns.
Damn.
Ooh.
That one is 500 gold pieces.
Of course.
Wow.
There is the axe, which is a battle axe. It's a frost battle axe. The battle axe itself, when you attack someone, if you want to pay a charge, they must make a saving throw. If they fail, their speed gets reduced by 10. If eventually, after you keep attacking them, they go down to 0, they must skip their turn until they get their speed back. Because they essentially get frozen.
Okay.
That
Nice.
one is 500 gold pieces. Oh, and it's a +2.
Okay. That's what's out.
There's an enchanted shield. I guess there's that too, other than regular shields. The enchanted shield doesn't have any bonus to damage or shielding, but it's a regen shield. So while you have it equipped and you don't take it off your turn, so it's always on your arm, you heal yourself for 5 points at the beginning of your turn.
Nice.
But the way it works is you can't switch out for a different weapon as a free movement. You have to constantly keep it on, so you can only swing with one hand every turn. You can't take it off, discard it, or anything like that.
Got it. Okay. The flame tongue short sword you said was 500 gold or 300 gold?
The flame tongue short sword is 350.
350.
The venom is the 500.
Okay, that makes sense because it's a great sword.
No, the venom is a long sword, but it does
long
it
sword.
extremely like it has a very powerful implement. So, but yeah, the flame tongue is a short sword.
Okay.
And I will say that the flame tongue and the venom have to both be attuned for them to work.
What does that mean?
So you can only so it works just like any other blade, but you got to spend at least 1 hour of free time not doing anything to like practice with it to get attuned to your body. But as a natural character, you can only have 3 items attuned to you. So if you find 2 other attuned items, then you're done with attuned items. You can't attune anything else.
Got it. Well, I want that short sword. I don't want to pay $350 for it, though. I do. I don't want to pay $350 though.
You can trade
but
for it.
Does Nora want to try to haggle? Trade?
You can trade, but he won't not give you money for anything. He'll trade, but he won't give you money for anything.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
So the older gentleman that's there, he looks like a senior veteran. He's an older, like half orc, a little bit browner skin. He's wearing a lot of like formal leathers that have been like kind of like reused over and over again. He picks it up and he kind of like balances it as he kind of like cracks his bones a little bit to try to use it as he's trying to, like, once upon a time he was able to use this properly, but he's having a hard time trying to balance it and get it going. But he's like, trust me, it's a good blade. You know, 350 if that works for you.
What about this? And then I'll pull out the captain's great axe that I stole way back once upon a time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But I never used.
He looks at it, he's like, ooh. Oh yeah, this is okay. He kind of picks it up and he just tries to like swing. He looks like once upon a time he used to do like the whole like balancing act where he like spins like the blade around kind of like that. And he's trying to do it, but he's doing it very slowly and kind of like keeps switching it back and forth.
Beautiful.
It's like it's properly weighted. It's very good. I could probably bring you down to 100 gold pieces if you want to do the trade.
100 gold? You don't want to just do a straight trade, call it even?
Give me a persuasion check.
Remember when they said no haggling in here?
Hey, is my persuasion better for getting those books, or do I have to read them?
You gotta read them. You gotta read them.
Dang it. I can't just hold the book and
no.
osmosis the knowledge.
Charles Xavier
like
yourself.
15?
15. He's like, it is a nice axe. It's a nice ass.
We all look at him.
Somebody had it.
It is like, a great axe.
I've been doing a pretty good job making some money today. I'll meet your offer. A blade for blade. That seems fair. I can definitely make some money off your axe. So
deal.
Here's the sword. I will take the great axe. And either way, I hope you are able to use the blade as well as I did once upon a time. Cherish it. It definitely got me through some very difficult battles, but it is a great blade. As he just like hands off to you, but it looks like he has a tough time letting go, but he does hand off to you as you give him the axe.
There's like a moment where we like struggle and I'm just like strong arm.
Just give it to me.
Beautiful.
Trading is fun.
All right, so you're able to discard the captain's great axe, and you get the flame tongue short sword. I will make that for you.
Cool. Fiona, is there any place that you want us to like look at since you're hanging out with me?
I'm pretty
Anything
good
that
with
catch your eye?
my armor. I don't think there's really anything else I need. Maybe
Cool.
a drink.
Potion.
Okay. Well, we're not there yet. I'm gonna go down to the
Later,
tents to see what other stuff they got. What do we see down at the tents?
So
Just like sad
most of the
household
tent-
items?
well,
Is it just depressing?
Well, right now, like without going to each like tent in person, it's mostly people who use as living, or soldiers are getting ready to switch out their shifts for someone else. But you do see there's a couple people that have like small little like smithing booths, and some of them that are like sewing and weaving certain things. You do see that there is chain shirts and chain mails, scale mails, chain shirts, and some hides that are being made. Some of them are specifically made for cloaks. Some of them are made specifically for shirts. Some people are. There's a lot of helms that are being made specifically, not full sets of armors, but more like helms and just undershirts. You do see that there's one person who looks like they only weave leathers, and it looks like they make a lot of cloaks. Without getting close, you can't actually see if, like, other than just decorative or hiding your face, if they have any additional properties. And then you see one person that looks like they craft nothing but daggers, and they just got like a whole carpet full of different colored daggers that look like they each have some sort of magical implement to them.
Oh, cool. What's this one do? I'm just gonna
randomly start picking it up and start looking at it.
What's this one do?
The mixture of them, they range anywhere. Like he's got like one for every element. So he's got like a frost one, he's got a fire one, he's got a nature one, he's got radiant. The one that grabs your attention the most is what he calls the serpent's hand, which is the handle of the blade itself, much like the flame tongue, actually curves around your hand. So it's actually like a hook handle. The blade itself, it takes a little bit to control, but instead of it one tip, it actually splits down and has two tips, where it's almost like a blade over a blade. So like when you cut, you actually like lacerate the body. So it can actually be wielded on both sides of the blade instead of like slashing. You can actually flip it to the other side, and you can actually stab someone and pierce them with it, kind of thing. So it actually does both slashing and piercing damage, and it also does additional bleeding. So every time you attack somebody, if you at least get more than their AC instead of matching their AC, they take an additional 1d6 additional damage for actually bleeding due to the laceration.
Beautiful. Renora's gonna play around with that for a minute.
It takes you a little bit to like get attuned to it, because it's not a blade. It's not necessarily meant to like spin around. You actually have to fit your hand into it, and you got to really like make it like it almost fits like an actual an iron knuckle, kind of like that, where it actually is more of an extension off your knuckle than a flexing tool. But then you start to kind of like figure it out, and you kind of understand, and then you just kind of figure out the position where you like put your finger in, you flip it around, you switch it from like slashing to piercing, you like switch it back, and you keep switching it back and forth.
Nice. I like this. What is it? How much is this?
That guy, no one's been looking for him for a while. I mean, with the market, I'd probably say 120.
How about a flat 100?
Persuasion check.
How about a trade? How about we do it?
I'm gonna nudge her and just like
how about you give for free? Like Renora.
Really just gonna whack her with my elbow into her side. Just no haggling.
12 on persuasion.
He's just like, I don't know. I mean, I'm already kind of giving you a deal doing 150. I mean, I'll give you a deal if you decide to buy something else with it. I'll definitely get a price lower if you decide to buy an additional item.
Like what?
Well, I mean,
Farina, you want anything? He's gonna gesture with the blade. Like, do you see anything? He has his
blades kind of like in a triangle. So the ones closest to the consumers are the weaker ones. Closest to him are the stronger ones. So the ones that she's trying to get is the closest one to him, and there's two that are right by it. One specifically looks complete silver. It's a crystalline blade. It has like a stone for a hilt, has no guard, and the blade is like a jagged version of crystalline stone. So the whole thing is like glowing of a silver and blue ore. It's a life drain dagger. So as you attack somebody, they have to make a DC 12 saving throw. If they fail, all the damage that you inflict on them, you actually get to heal for yourself. The other one is specifically it's like a more a flat head dagger. Instead of it curving, it actually has a flat blade at the end, and it actually does additional bludgeoning damage. But this blade can be wielded with strength, not dexterity. So as you wield it, you're actually putting your own physical force into it. So when you actually attack with it, you actually get to additionally add your unarmed strike to it.
I give my bank account. I look at Renora and pat my great axe
Nah, I have a nice axe right here. I don't want anything else.
Yeah, you do.
I hear it's the
Girl.
best axe in the land.
It
Um,
is.
The best axe in the land.
So what was this? 100? You said
150.
Very magnificent.
120?
150.
110?
150.
It's gonna be 160 if you don't shut up.
All right.
Bestie.
I'll give him 150.
Okay. Cool.
Oh.
I will have to make
What's
that
that
blade
like
for you
to
too.
have 150?
Now that fear knows
Right.
against me.
Mm.
what-
Hey man, you can't go wrong with the great axe. Let me tell you. You just.
Coming here with that great axe of yours, thinking that you run this.
So I'll make you
These
the
are
flame tongue
truth.
and the serpent blade.
True things.
Thank
True
you.
facts. True
Mhm.
facts.
Theoretically,
Hashtag true fact.
theoretically,
Don't lie.
they both can be. They're both wielded with one hand. So serpent blade is wielded with one hand, and the flame tongue is wielded with one hand. So technically, could
Yeah.
both be wielded at the same time.
And
Okay.
you have 2 rings that cause extra damage.
Yeah.
And,
It's gonna be beautiful.
and you have other like. Because didn't you pick up the? Well, you have one of the sickles. I have the other one, or
Like,
scythe
Yes,
or
yeah,
whatever it
you
is.
have
Yeah.
the other
It's-
sickle.
It's gonna be a scary thing because you're gonna see like this half orc running around with, like this infernal blade while also having like this dark dagger. It's like, come at me!
Yeah.
They
Come
might
at me,
run.
bro!
Emerging from the shadows.
Well, no, not from the shadows. We'll hear her clinking around in her armor.
No,
Got
so,
it.
you know.
true. No, she's a rogue. She
She's
can
a rogue.
come from
She's
the
good.
shadows.
Yeah.
But
All right.
This
the
might be a
flaming-
little crazy.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
fine.
So Helga
We'll go get
and
that drink for Fierna.
Well,
Okay.
I was gonna
We'll meet
say I
up
was
with
looking
everybody.
more at my inventory, and I honestly don't think I have anything that they would want.
okay.
So,
So-
like,
What do you guys want to do, Helga and Xander?
Before we leave the temple, is the tarot person still in there?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna do something wild.
Okay.
Get wild with it.
Wild. So Xander doesn't take too much stake in tarot readings,
Sure.
very much, but just to pique his interest, he goes, Helga, I'm gonna go check this out, see if this lady's got anything to this tarot reading.
Okay.
you want me to
What-
come with, or can I just hang out here?
You can do what you like.
Trying to, like, you know,
What you
Get
see?
my-
So, like, it shouldn't take long. I mean, what are they gonna do?
Well, I'll get you interested, Helga. So what you see is you see
I'll get you interested.
I'll get you interested. So,
He made
what you
it for a
see
reason.
is a pale-skinned high elf, female, black hair, just
Mhm.
black hair, lots of piercings on, black long dress, pulling out the goth, black lipstick.
Sam,
the whole
sign me
nine.
up.
The
Hand
whole
me a
nine.
piercings. Let's go.
Eyeshadow, the whole works. As she's constantly crafting with what looks like some kind of arcane magic. She's attuning magic to her customers. And then what she's doing is she's taking faceless cards, and then she's just sliding them across, and then she's pulling this energy out of them, and then she's sliding them back into her hand, and then they have face cards that's attuned to their soul.
Tune to your soul. That sounds creepy.
What a tagline.
Hey, tarot cards. You don't
Right?
That's fair.
You gotta
That's fair.
choose the right ones. You can't just pick ones that are cool.
That's true.
So it comes up to your spot in line. as
Yeah, Helga. Helga looks at the high elf, and Helga's gay heart goes. "Brrr," and I was like, "Come on."
They're very much the cartoon thing where like the heart just starts
Oh,
popping out.
Yeah.
As she just kind of like does a little telekinetic energy as she just kind of pushes the wooden chairs out for you to have a seat. As she starts shuffling the deck of blank cards. So, what brings you two into this lovely ambiotic area?
I'm
How
finding
would-
religion.
Well, there's plenty of that here. There's plenty of that here.
I broke Mixus.
I love it.
I'm trying to accept the God in my soul.
Save me, God! Save me!
Crazy that I would come here, right? I mean, like,
Who would have thought?
The funny thing is, this is how I actually wanted her to look like. So it's kind of funny that's like, I don't want to go see a tarot. Well, I actually, you do want to go see her.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, honestly, you're right though. Like,
we don't have so much experience with tarot, but we are also adventurers.
That is
And
fine. You're my
for
favorite
me-
kind of customer. You're the person who doesn't
Exactly.
know what they're looking for, and I'm here to give you what you need, not what you want.
and you're my favorite tarot card reader.
Oh, I appreciate that, but I'm sure I'm your first tarot card reader. But either way, I'll pretend like I'm still your favorite.
You will always be my
As
favorite.
she just
What's
slowly
your
looks
name?
at you and she just gives you a good wink. I'm,
I give her a wink.
I'm Tabitha.
I like it. What you doing later when you get off?
As you can see, both of you give me an insight check on her.
Let's hold it together.
Both of you give me an insight check on Tabitha.
Insight check.
Yeah,
Alright.
Both of
Well,
us or just
well,
Xander?
both of you.
Okay. I was too busy
Good luck,
laughing,
Helga.
so I didn't.
Couldn't help.
I'm like, is
myself.
Helga getting a girlfriend? What's happening right now?
Love interest.
Right?
I got an 18.
I got 15.
I mean, look, I've been dogging Helga hard. I gotta give her something. You know, like it's.
This is good. This is good. See?
You want Helga distracted from the apocalypse they just left? This
Yes,
is the
there
fucking
you
way
go.
To do it. Let's go.
Killing people, getting swords, drinking did not work for you. I'm giving you your other reprieve. There you go.
Helga
Alright.
smash. Let's go.
So, Xander, what'd you get on insight?
15.
15. Okay.
Modest 15.
So, a
Modest.
modest
I got
15, of
18.
course. So, as she's flirting away and really doing her way, you can tell that she's used to playing this. Whether or not it's specifically intentionally, like she's actually really into it, or if this is just her game, she's being that salesman. She's doing a good job of really flirting, doing the whole nine of getting you to believe that you are her favorite customer and no one is not only a better customer but a more attractive customer than you. But she starts shuffling the deck.
You're looking for those tips.
As you can
With
see
that
when she's
great
shuffling the
axe,
deck,
yes, she is.
she's constantly, every time she puts her thumb in between the cards, she's naturally shooting off a little bit of arcane dust between them as she keeps shuffling them. And then as she does it the other way, she takes her pinky and she starts putting a little bit of arcane implements at the side. As she's constantly spreading in what looks like, as it looks like she's putting in like a mixture of dark magic and radiant light into it. When you see the tarot cards, the back sides are black and the front sides are white. So, which one of you is looking for a deck?
Oh, you know what?
Sure.
Well, I mean,
While she's staring at Helga.
Yeah.
I was
Oh.
gonna say, like,
If she's
Is
turning
it
to
getting
Helga,
hot
yeah.
in
I
this
know.
Like
like
she-
or what?
Like if you have your
No, she-
have your
like,
hand
she
on the
doesn't have
table,
her
she's just
fingers out,
she just
like,
like puts her hand on yours very gently. You're
I
looking
saw
for
her
a deck,
first.
right?
Helga,
Yeah,
Helga, like,
yeah,
gives-
Helga, I'm letting Helga do her.
Helga like lets a
Work her
little
moves.
bit of like the like hyena in her and just like growls like,
She-
"She's fucking mine. I'm
She
sorry."
she gently just caresses. She just caresses your hand, then she just gently turns it as she just takes her other palm with the cards and she just starts caressing the cards.
Do we
in
get
your
the
hand.
lovers? Is that my card? The lovers?
We'll find out. We'll find out.
That's what I'm
She
feeling
just look
right
at you,
now.
it's like, all right, now, beautiful. I need you to close your eyes and just imagine the perfect place. And she just starts caressing your hands
the middle
around the
of a war
cards.
Gonna get the tower.
Hey.
You went way more pitchy than I.
But you do know that the way she does this is she doesn't read you the cards. She just implants her magic with you, and then she puts that magic onto the cards.
Oh,
and you
yes,
just take
she
the cards
does.
with you. So as you can feel as she's doing this, you can feel some of her essence move through you as she's using some of her warlock magic to match with your any kind of magical powers you have, and then she's pulling that out and she's pushing into the cards. As you can feel, the cards are getting both heavier and lighter back and forth. She starts pulling your hands apart, and you can feel like the gravity between the hands. And Xander, when you see it,
No,
you
no,
can
no,
actually
don't let me
see.
go.
As you can see her pull her hands apart, she's still holding each hand, but she's pulling them apart. It's like a gravity's holding them, where each card is separating, but they're like holding there by like an invisible string. She immediately just slaps your hands together as immediately the cards just fall into the table, and then now when you open up your eyes, they're inside of a black card case. As she just comes by you, and then she just caresses your face and immediately just sneaks something into the actual box. A little gift for you.
Mm-hmm.
Hope I see you again. As she just slides it
When
in front
you-
of you.
When you get off, what you doing later? You come, you know, you here often?
I'm always
wanna
off
get
at
off when
night,
you get
and I'm
off?
sure that if you're looking for me, I'll be available.
Cool. Well, I'll probably be at the tavern later if you want to like come. You know, she like Helga gets like legitimately flustered because like she can't flirt for shit, so she's just like rubbing the back of her head. Like,
give me a
"Can I get,
charisma
like, a
check
drink?
with disadvantage.
Do you want to like give me get a drink or something? Like it's fine. It's fine.
Can
Depending
I-
on how this goes.
Can I give her guidance? And go, you're doing your best, Helga.
Sure, you
Like,
can give her
you know what?
guidance. You can give her guidance. Sure.
You got.
Wingman.
So you said a charisma check.
Charisma check with disadvantage, but you can get as
Disadvantage, yeah,
guidance
yeah,
because
yeah.
you're the one who said that you actually suck at this. So
Oh yeah, no, I mean, come on, it's Helga. Charisma
I like
is
to
not
think
her
that
thing.
if you roll low on this, instead of saying, "Do you want to get a drink with me?" you're like, "Do you want to drink me?" Just look at her expectantly.
a tall glass of Helga.
No.
Do I get guidance on both the rolls or just one?
Well, you would only get it off of. Well, you just take whatever one fails and
Take
then
the
you just add it
lowest
to it.
and then
Okay.
add it.
That is 13.
13.
Yeah.
She looks at you. She just kind
Would have
of.
been a 20 with the disadvantage. Would have been a spooky 20 with the disadvantage.
She's just like,
No.
trust me. We're supposed to find each other. We'll find each other. As she just coaxes her eyes down to the cards. And if someone always manipulates the way, then that way will be found. As she just kind of looks at you with like these purple eyes that she has, as she just like looks at you as she's just kind of reading you. She kind of just gives you a little smirk. And then immediately just kind of caresses your hand and just pulls herself back. She looks at Xander.
Get the fuck out of here,
pieces.
Xander.
Oh, pieces! We don't have that kind of money.
Well, luckily your friend is worth my time.
Oh, I see. Worth your time.
You see that, Xander? I'm worth someone's time.
But
Is this what it's like to feel magnificent? This is
Oh,
crazy.
oh, yes. Oh, it feels wonderful.
Man, you know
to
what,
be
Xander? I
magnificent.
feel like I'm more on top of the clouds now than I was when I was actually on top of the clouds.
I no doubt you do. Of him.
but I'm sure we'll talk to each other later. But for right now, I must continue my business. And there is
Oh,
a bit of a
I
line
come
break.
over here for the
Fair.
reading, and she gets a read. So for
You know what, Xander?
As
you
she just
have...
looks at you,
More
it's like
important things are happening, Xander.
as she just looks at you, it's like, sweetie, I'm sorry, but you are not my type.
Let me
Fair
have
enough.
my moment, Xander.
Fair enough. I shall sing my songs elsewhere.
I'm just hearing my wife just smack the desk up there as she's laughing.
I'm glad to know that this is what happens when I find religion, like actual religion. This is great.
Choose your new religion.
Losing
Yeah.
your religion.
Yeah.
Which
Just have to come
one?
to temple more.
I go to pray to help Xander pray to Zula, and I find a religion in Tabitha. Like,
You
this-
totally lost your religion, remember?
That's
And
right.
now you're finding a new one.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I'm
my
gonna
religion
say
is Tabitha.
I'm gonna say
And
on that
Tabitha's
note,
loving
because it
arms.
is almost 10 o'clock, we're gonna end on a high note.
Hey.
When Helga's actually getting some possible something, and we're gonna end it there.
It's possible something.
Um,
We did say it was gonna be wild.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is
That's
been
what
We
wild.
still got plenty of the day left, but we'll leave that for the next session. This was a good session. I want to leave it going good. So we're going to end it there. Still plenty of the day left for the next session, so make sure that for anybody who's checking this out, come back for the next one next Wednesday. We'll be continuing off with part 2 of this, finish off their day, and then reconvene with Seraphina and see what happens. So thank you everybody for checking out the stream, and we will talk to you next time. Have a good night.